see the vodka jar, champions!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Celtic Rumours TV, episode number 210 of the Bawz and Bovril podcast. Myself, Mark. Tonight we've got Big Jerry Ways. How are you doing, Jerry?
Good, Mark. How are you?
I'm no bad. Absolute terrible day, man. Absolute brutal day. We've got the Bishop Ways as well. Evening, John. How you doing?
Not bad. How's yourself? All right?
Aye, getting there, John. Living the dream. Can't wait for this day to end, man. I think Paul's coming on later on as well. He's driving, wherever he's driving home from work, so hopefully Paul's coming on in a wee bit as well. As I said, this is a podcast for our forum, www.celticrumours.co.uk. You can find a link to everything down in the description box below to our forum, our Discord and all that kind of stuff. Everybody's more than welcome on there. I'll do a few shout outs to some of the lads after here while we're doing this. Terence is at work, Jerry McGinn, old Tim Alloy, Mikey, wee John United Ireland, Big Jabber, Welshie, Deef Kev, old Malik and his family. I hope we're all doing well. Who we got in the chat? Bobby first as usual. Evening, Bobby. Patrick McLaughlin, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for coming in. McMulna as well, nice to see you. Grot Bags. Love it, nice to see you in again, mate. Thanks for coming in. Who?
TB for the Discord.
Aye, TB for aye. A wee shout out to TB, aye. Yes, aye, Jerry. I need to, in fact, I'm going to take a note of that, the new Jerry, while you keep saying that to me. Just keep that right in my head. Where was I there? Love it, nice to see you, mate. Cameron Flip Flop, nice to see you. Thanks very much, Ken Likey. Estapona boy, thanks for coming in again, mate. Gaddafi Semtex, it's a nice name, I know, I suppose. Hey, well, I mean, we're going to, well, transfer window, deadline day, or as it's known to the Celtic board, Monday. Hey, honest to God, man. I mean, I'm trying to be positive. I've got nothing. Nothing, Jerry, man.
Dreadline.
Well, you're an apologist for them. You're a woke apologist.
I swear to you, no, but I mean, it's before I came on, as I said to you, do you know what I mean? But I know they leave it late every Wednesday and stuff like that. We've seen it with Carter Vickers and you and that coming in alone, but I mean, they're nothing. They're just.
He's actually separate. I mean, I thought we were going to talk about the game first.
Well, we're going to do that.
He's actually separate. Can you honestly sit there and tell me you're surprised?
Honestly, John,
I'm no.
Jeez, man, they're not. Fuck's sake! I just man, you should have had Apples after Celtic. What level of incompetence do you need to see before you say these fuckers can't take you any further forward? Do you?
No, totally agreeing with you, John.
It's a shit show. It's top to bottom, eh?
Totally agreeing with you, but just, I mean, there we got up this morning, the Anderlecht striker, that Dolberg, that was meant to be on. The Tunisian striker was, well, that looks as if it's still on and stuff like that. Right, and as I said, they're leaving it late, they always do it. But I thought that when you woke up this morning, you seen what the kind of stories were, you thought, well, once again, they've got their finger out their backside and they're actually doing something. Aye, they've left it late, they've made S-ups and all that. But again, at least they're doing something. But, I mean, where are we on our list of targets? Preference of targets?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we talk about the game. See anybody that plays that plays the Kazakhstan mob at Parkhead, and then plays them over there. Can he score against them? And then you go to you go to Ibrox. We a chance to go 9 point clear and effectively, not quite end the season, but you a big gap even at this stage, and you go and you sell, and you're learning that Ida's done in fucking Swansea, and you're away there with so you've no first choice striker because Kyogo's away. And he's been away. We've known he's been away for a year. He's been away for 8 months. And we punt our second strings. He's been off the boil the last few weeks. But you punt the only second string striker you've got the night before you go to Ibrox. And then as opposed to today, your manager and he blows smoke up your arse on Friday, commenting on the Celtic board that they're Celtic bleed for Celtic. I'm my arse. Bleed you dry.
What is it with him chopping and changing?
He's just a walloper. He's a helmet. He's Friday. He was up the Bawz arse on Friday, and then they're asking him. So you look at his pay and his post. He's saying, "Do you understand the Celtic support being disillusioned with Ida being in Swansea?" Yes. I can't offer an explanation for that. So not only is the board not talking to fucking us. They're not talking to him.
I don't believe him. I don't believe a word that comes out his mouth.
I tell you, see before we go anywhere else, it's finished for Rodgers. It's fucking over. The party's over. It's. I don't even know if he can see his third year out. That's a thing. Sorry.
So he can block the Ida move, but yet when fucking Kyogo's wanting to get away when we're needing them, it's on you go. Same with Kuhn. Let them go.
Absolutely.
No replacements brought in, but yet you've got a cart horse away down to Swansea. They're blocking that.
Kyogo was forcing his hand to kind of hang. Do you know what I mean?
Apparently said Rodgers said in that interview, said he couldn't offer the Celtic supporters an explanation, and he said, and it's not Ida's fault, right? So obviously the manager doesn't initiate it. Doesn't initiate Ida leaving,
And Ida's obviously no initiative.
Ida's obviously no initiative. Who the fuck did then?
But you see, if Ida had initiated that and he was called, or allegedly called back up to Glasgow after doing his medical, he'd have turned around and said, "Chase yourself, I'm not coming back up. I'm staying here. And if you don't sell me and all, we kick another ball." So I don't think it was Ida that's forced to move.
Well, Rodgers effectively said that by his words when he says it's no Adam Ida's fault. So
whose is it?
Well,
That's again just Mary's fucking. But that's what I mean, Johnny. You don't get a straight answer at him. He does an interview during the week, and it's like, he doesn't come out and say anything, but everybody's like, "Oh, look, that's him having wee digs at the board and all that." Then he comes out and says, "Oh, I get on great with the board. They bleed green and white, the same as that. Oh, that pish."
He knows what he's saying, Mark. He's not stupid. He's a clever man. He knows when he drops these wee things and how they're going to be taken and what he's saying. He's just too much of a shite bag with a backbone.
He comes out and contradicts his own self. And then the shite he came out with about the 77-year-old supporter in Cairo.
He's a multi-millionaire. Just come out and see if you've been put in a position where you've got responsibility and the authority, as I said, if you're if you feel as if you're getting sold a pub, come out and fucking say it. He's a multi-millionaire. He doesn't need another year's wages off his Celtic. He'll no die without it, He's same with your CEO. He's either got no authority as a CEO. My guess he's probably just an elevated clerk, isn't he? The real authority lies in with Dermot Desmond. So, but he's one of two things. He's either fucking incompetent, or he's ballless and he can't come out. The money means to him that then come out and say, you know what I think here, where I want to take this, the direction I want to take the club in, doesn't fucking matter because Dermot says fucking no. So what one is it? Is he incompetent or he's? But you get your answer tonight. You'll either get the signings that you're looking for, which you're not going to get. You're not going to get it. And but what you're going to get anybody that's still out there trusting the fucking process of keeping the faith, you'll get, if ever you want to see the incompetency the Celtic board, it's undeniable. I mean, they've not just let down Celtic as a football club, they've failed in the responsibility to the shareholders in terms of the commercial opportunity that they've forfeited and the failure to maximise a return on their investment. They're failing, so it should be fucking called out. It should be called out, Jerry. Somebody's head's got to go here. You can't fail to go.
They've been getting away with doing that for years, John.
Absolutely, but I just think, I'm hoping that my first choice would be the players I'm looking for, and that included the Danish boy. He was the only boy that was getting me excited. Anything else that's getting mentioned is fucking second-rate dross.
That Tunisian boy looks all right, John.
Oh, you see some of their stats, man. I was looking at some of their stats today. It's they're nothing. The big boy, the big Norwegian boy, is exactly what you're fucking looking for. He was exactly what you're looking for. And somebody on the banner page, the day says, if the boy just didn't want to come and Ajax, that's no on the board. See if he's the only option of that status if he's the only option of that, it's fucking 100% on the board. See, when I go to a construction site, I don't go with one machine. I don't go with one fucking cement mixer. Aye. You've always got a fucking plan. You've always got a fucking plan B, eh?
Just 2 seconds, John. Evening, G-Doc. Thanks for coming in, mate. Nice to see you. Mark Kelly. I think that's a new name. Thanks for coming in, bud. Somebody else here. John Nellis. Nice to see you in, mate. Thanks a lot for joining us, pal. I'm just talking about stats. John Sells. You see that save? See that striker they've signed for Everton? That's a bizarre signing, I think. Lucky if he scored 10 goals in his career, but just I saw somebody putting up earlier on. But I seen on X earlier, John, that see Yogi Junior, John Hughes' boy, that Yogi Junior guy on Twitter, and he put a post up earlier on saying that. I mean, I'm not obviously getting closer contacts through his dad.
Young John Hughes.
Aye. But he put a post up saying that he had it in good authority that Rodgers and Tisdale, he says that Tisdale was a Rodgers pick as an appointment. The two of them
that's my understanding.
They've had players, 20 odd players at least. They've just not any movement on.
There's McMillan senior Celtic have announced that as a party. That's just absolutely fucking bizarre.
See, unless they've got somebody lined up, they must have somebody lined up. They must have somebody out of the line, surely. I'm just waiting to get it out of the line, but if that's the case. The majority of the windows are shut in 10 minutes. I don't know, paperwork or anything, Jerry, but for them to announce that Ida's left, surely to God, man, surely to God, somebody's fucking...
You know, it's all they talk about fine margins. We'll talk about it again. You talk about fine margins. It's all fine margins. You're right. Fine margins. Kyogo's replaced with potentially you win the Scottish Cup. You've got a striker in that kind of. And I know you weren't big on him. I think it's Rodgers' system. I don't get matters who you get as a striker. They're getting fucking zero service against Bayern Munich as well. Fine margins you could have. You were a ball head away for taking them the extra time. Fine margins, Yep. It's fucking absolutely. I mean, as I said, I just hope that you've obviously seen a bit of activity with the Celtic Trust and that. That's a long road right enough trying to get that.
That's going to take years, John.
Oh, jeez,
and John, honestly, I think that's if they can do anything.
Aye, they would obviously need to take. I actually don't know where they stand legally in terms of their failures either. His job as a CCO is maximum. It's to protect the interest of the shareholders, maximum return on his investment. Well, he's fucking. He's this is 20-year of failure, eh? What did you expect to be different this year? And people, the fucking Europa League, not one bit fucking interested, and they can ram their package, eh? Nah. And I'll tell you something else. I'm actually embarrassed. I'm frightened with that squad that played on Sunday. I'd be frightened to go into even to the teams in that Europa League in terms of the reputational damage it could do you again. you think if you get the Champions League, easier to attract players? You know, you get who's want to come here, manage a team or play for a team that's getting pumped rotten right, left, and centre? Eh? That game on Sunday, as shite as we were on Sunday. See an extra wee bit. You wouldn't need to be another 10% better to beat them on Sunday.
No,
that's how fucking bad they are, eh?
John. And again, for me, see, right, we'll start on about the game yesterday. See, for me, that again, John, that's like that Kairat game. The tactics were just miles wrong. I mean, that fair dues, Martin tweaked his team a wee bit and all that. But I mean, their fans are moaning about the amount of shots that have had on target already this season. There was over 100 in the first couple of 3 games or something like that. And we're fanning about there yesterday with all that passing about at the back.
Absolutely. Fucking
and then Rodgers comes out and says, I don't tell the players to do that. But come on then. So but see, the players only following his tactics. It's like we talk about this, the wingers will only take a man on, the radar cut inside. That's coming for Rodgers anyway. That the players are out there and no doing what Rodgers is telling them. If he's not telling Cal McGregor what to do and that's what he's doing, then he shouldn't be in the team for a start. If he's telling them that's what to do and he's doing it, he shouldn't be in the team for a start. Do you get what I mean?
That's exactly it. That's where the problem starts. You've got somebody in the middle of the park that's slowing the whole thing down, this fanning about passing. See all this tippy-tappy pass that started with Guardiola or whoever, it's getting outdated. All the teams are starting to go direct, and that's the problem. You're not going to score a goal for your own box. Get the ball forward quickly and get into the box. One striker and getting the ball into the box and fanning about at the back. They need to start going more direct. And I'm sorry, you'll not get a much bigger Calmac fan than myself, but he's done. He needs dropped. And there is a player in Bernardo. He's a wee bit more, he's faster with the ball. He plays that holding role a bit better. And it's time Calmac gets dropped. I'm sorry, but for me, he needs a wee rest.
Aye, I mean, even Guillemot rest, see if that maybe help him, give him a wee bit of rock up his backside, I know. Yep. I mean, we can't say, I mean, he's only 32, we can't say he's finished. But
he's 32, Matt, but the amount of games that guy's played, he's got to find a role in the team, and his role in that team isn't controlling the tempo of playing it.
You've played them fucking 5 times. Say we're going to go there and pump them. I mean, what made anybody think that? There's Alaba scored fucking twice against them. You've played them 5 times. You've beat them once in 90 minutes in the last 5 occasions. That 3, the game they pumped us at 3-0 at Ibrox. Pumped us. Absolutely pumped us. That game, Jerry, you're right, crying out for us to go long. You had the pace up front to do that. You look at when they're playing.
They're still slow at the back.
See again.
They're still very slow at the back. Yet we want to play in front of them. See a defender. A defender wants to play the game in front of them all the time. A defender doesn't want to have to go turning and go and chasing the ball.
There was one bit of joy. I think Engels got one pass long, and you just get a bit of joy out of it. It was crying out for them. They went back to. They've had a bit. Don't get me wrong. So somebody's obviously had a word with Russell, because I went back to that. If they'd tried to play football with us, they'd go. I think what they've been getting in the games I've played against St Mirren and fucking Queen's Park's beat them. Marlow scored twice against the weekend. I got shot against them in the first 45 minutes. You know, if they played that same way, if you had a change that you could have got it again. But the 3-0 pumping Rodgers, I watched that game. I thought, right, Rodgers, when are you going to decide we can't fucking? They've got an extra man in the middle of the park. You don't even have the benefit of Tierney now. Taylor now. The can invert and give an extra man in the middle. But the fucking bullage every time you play. Punt out of the tap and play to your. You've got you'd made it there and you'd Sinn Féin there too. You'd a bit of pace. But as it stands, you've got no fucking strikers and no wingers. I tell you, it's just that game was.
There's no one striker. We need 2.
Aye, we need it one. I thought we said. You know what I mean? So if he's away, we need 2.
I tell you, it was Rodgers' tactics on Sunday. There's no doubt about it. You know, it was crying out for it. See, under Andy, I watched Andy Scott's. I don't know. I can't even remember again. I was at St Johnstone or something. Don't quote me. My memory's not as good. 2 goals we scored in the one game. Did we beat St Johnstone 7-1 or something at Parkhead? No, I'm not talking shit. One of the goals had 39 passes. Another one had 3. It was a punt. I can't remember where it went for left back. I think Joe. I just remember it was either Maida chested it for Abada, or the other way around about. I can't remember, but you know that wee cartoon it's cracking about. Stop passing the fucking ball back. It's and your keeper. I mean, what was your keeper smoking? I don't know whether he was bored or not and just thought he would introduce his own fucking drama.
He likes to play at the crowd a bit too much, didn't he, Big Casper?
I'll tell you something else. Kieran
Bobby,
you're bang on. Kieran Tierney's a fucking field experiment already, He was fucking honking. The good thing about him is he was only honking for an hour because that's all he can get,
Big Casper's like a fucking vampire. He's scared of crosses.
There's been a few. I mean, that was one of the things that we kind of criticised Joe Hart for, and we thought that Big Casper was, in his prime, he was known for it, he was known for it, and we thought even up here, I maintain, and I've said this before, keeper come out for the ball, and 9 times out of 10 the keeper will get a free kick out of it. Do you know what I mean? Any contact on the keeper, so the keeper got to play for the contact. And Schmeichel's cute enough to know these kind of the way things should be going. Do you know what I mean? There's no excuses for some of his stupid behaviour. And that carried on with the penalties against Kyrat and that. No, I mean, thought my about and then didn't even get near one of them. Like, oh, mate, just try and get to the ball.
I was like,
I mean,
David Murray on his wheelchair came down.
Engels dogs abuse yesterday. I thought Engels was the only midfielder I'd have gave pass marks to. At least he left a mark on him. He was only one a bit of digging, a bit of effort about him. Hattati might as well not been on that park. An absolute empty jersey, man. I don't know why Rodgers keep persisting with him. You get one good game. It used to be one good game out of 4 or 5. And it's one decent game out of 10. That's ridiculous. I mean, and then he took Engels off. He took Engels off and left that Hattati on the pitch. Baffling the tactics that he comes up with at times.
That was baffling for me as well. Engels was he was just exactly right. I think I said that in the live chat as well. He was only about a dig. Him and Ralston. He was only about a dig. I thought Scales had a great game. I thought Ralston done well as well. Sometimes I think I'm watching a different fucking game,
Aye, people getting Ralston dogs abuse and that. The guy was carrying a rock. He kept carrying a rock. He's been fucking through the kind of pain bar, if you want to call it that, to make sure he was playing yesterday.
If you go back and see about the first 5 minutes, he goes for a body and he goes right through him. He's capable of that, the same as Taylor was capable of that. You've not got enough of that. Engels was only but a dig, and he takes him off. And everybody, you're sitting here saying, we're all sitting here saying, he'll take fucking tatty off, Just bizarre that he takes. I even thought Shin offered you something when he came on, but the whole thing's just fucking bizarre.
John, see, honestly, even if Celtic had been out and spent 20 or 30 million pound on 2 or 3 players before Kyrat or before Ibrox, do you honestly think it would have made any difference?
Aye, because the team needs freshened up, Matt. They're all it's depending where you're playing them. We've got Tierney. I mean, that boy went past him, man. It looked as if he was playing against me. It was like a battleship trying to turn, and then I don't know what he was playing at.
Even Tavernier was roasting Tierney a bit, wasn't he?
Aye, man, that's frightening. Absolutely frightening.
What was that?
You see, even that Tav Penn was roasting Tierney.
Yep.
But the team needs freshen up. See, like at midfield, he's persistently playing Calmac, so Callum needs dropped. Hattati, he's been dug meat. He used to be able to guarantee you gave him the ball and he would drive you forward. He's not even doing that anymore. Up front, we've got nothing. if you're signing 2 or 3 players that are going to be starting, it's going to make a big difference to that team.
I mean, there's good players in that team, Jerry. The individually, I don't think the players are finished, but the team's finished. Rodgers is finished, eh?
Well, you look at the starting 11 yesterday, John. Compare it to the starting 11 somewhere better. Look at the Atalanta game. Aye, you're missing Kuhn and then Kyogo, and you think, how can these players have fell off the cliff? Every one of them are looking scattered. It's as if they're still they're playing at the end of the season. They've played all these games. They look shattered. And I think if they had a few extra bodies in a decent quality, maybe give them the jag that they're needing. They're not becoming bad players overnight.
Absolutely.
But it's just everything comes for a manager. I think he's looking lost and disinterested. It's spreading right through the team.
Absolutely, 100%. But I'm going to take it up a level too. Ultimately, that disenchantment stemming for the guys above them. I'm not buying. I'm not seeing the amount of, Rotty spent 11 million in Engels. Engels are a player in Engels, eh? You'll get your money back and more on Engels. Adamidas, the abuse that Adamidas has absolutely fucking disgusting. Adamidas, how many times have I said Adamidas doesn't come in that 6-month loan spell? You potentially don't win the league. He qualifies you for the qualifying rounds of the Champions League as well. He wins you the Scottish Cup, scored 22 goals for us in his good season. Eh? To me, he's starved to fucking death. There's no service. There's nobody's hitting that byline and Saturday, no on the right and no on the left. Eh? He's to me, Rodgers wiped out Kyogo and he wiped out fucking Ida as well. Eh? He's that ability to play off the shoulder. You need service to do that. Another thing that's missing the team is that when Kyogo was there, irrespective of what you say about him, you remember the goal he scores at Ibrox when Matt O'Reilly headers on him. Matt O'Reilly headers on him.
Aye. Yep.
And he stretches out the right, a bit of fucking magic. He scores one at Parkhead one day against them too. When it's a game like that on Sunday where they're hard to break down, they're playing chaos, and he just produces a bit of magic. You've just not got that. You've got no service, you've got nobody to play off the shoulder, and you've got fucking nobody to give that bit of magic.
I think Nygren was poor yesterday again, but I think he could be that John. We spoke about that before. It's what you're saying. But we've not really replaced like even going back to Rogic. We've not even replaced Tom Rogic really. I mean, he struggled for fitness and stuff like that, but when Celtic were struggling and you put Rogic on, you knew he could change the game. Do you know what I mean?
Love it.
Whether it was pump up with a goal or whether it was just a wee shimmy to make some space in the box.
I would take the ball forward.
The park. It's just so robotic. There's no individualism in the team. There's no flair in the team. There's no creativity. I was talking to Big Jabber on the phone the day and I said to him, when was the last time we were at the football and you just grabbed your mate's hair and wait, do you know what I mean? Oh, well, here we go, here. Nothing. There's nothing. Do you know what I mean? You're watching Celtic and it's just so boring.
I'd love it saying that Ross has got a heart and desire, but sadly for me, no get the skip. Who would you have as a better second backup than Anthony Robson? Tell me, who would you? He's popping fucking painkillers the other night there. That's what I say about Ralston.
That's what I said about Taylor, John. We're not going to progress in the Champions League doing that with him as my first choice, but I'm more than happy for Ralston to be right back to AJ's back fit again. And even give that wee boy Donovan some game time into the bargain.
That's right.
Even because, but put it this way, we're not in the Champions League, so the European League's a lot of shite, so we might as well just go with, I'd even go with Ralston in it. I've said this, even this Europa League, John, I'd have guys like Murray and that getting into the team. I'd be giving the youth players game time in that. I don't care if we get a run in that. We're never going to win it. I want a treble. See this season, I want a treble because you don't get a trophy for a good European run. Do you know what I mean? In a shitey competition that you're not even making any decent money out of. So if you're not going to win it, stuff it. I want a domestic treble to make up for it.
I'd settle for be able to play the Huns and beat them. because that's 5 goals. He's 5 goals at it. He's been outsmarted by the Belgian fucking Beale, and he was outsmarted by the
pundit. The pundit. I mean, that's John. He's a pundit.
Absolutely. I mean, there Jerry said it as well. I think anybody that watches any kind of, I mean, we're no football managers, but anybody you're talking to, and somebody's saying this is just asking for us to go long, because you can't play through this. It's they just create fucking chaos. It's predictable.
Everybody in their granny knows how to play. Just let them fan about with the ball at the back. It's fine.
I tell you, I've got a funny feeling as well that they're actually starting to look fucking overcoached. There's that bit where Mickey Ballack for Wisher is he looks as if he actually wants to commit Tavernier a few times, but he's coming inside, and he didn't even look comfortable doing it. I'm thinking there's something no fucking right here,
But what about the one when he get by Tavernier and the next time Tavernier just fell down? The ref gave a 12.
That's no fault. I mean, the referee had a fucking shocker as well. Like, anything that was 50-50, no, even 50-50, 60-40, the Huns got everything, and we Shin was done a few times,
But I mean, it was like there was tackles going into us and the ref waving us up, and then 2 seconds later there was we were putting tackles into them that were even softer, and they were getting the free kicks, and it breaks. I mean, I don't get into all the refs conspiracy stuff and that such, but see that kind of thing, that breaks up Celtic building up a rhythm. That's what that does. See all this stop start. That suits the Huns type of game. Do you know what I mean? Let's them free kicks, long throws into the box and all that kind of part. We see when the game's starting. Celtic can never ever get kind of into any kind of rhythm, and that's kind of a constant. When we talk about how we used to overpower us in midfield, that was part of their cuteness. The fouls in midfield in areas like that.
Big Goat Herder's done that in both games. Just broke it up, but teams are starting to do that. I mean, I wouldn't let us get into a rhythm either. But we're too predictable. Everybody knows how we're going to play. We let them away with murder. We get kicked about far too easy, and it's a sad state of affairs. But the club's fucked from top to bottom.
Absolutely, Jay. The only two folk I seen putting the foot back in was Tony Ralston that's getting criticised, and Engels, and he get fucking subbed there.
And Scales, I know. Scales, I thought was.
Scales was man of the match.
Aye, I thought he done really well yesterday. Scales, he was everywhere.
And
that was never a penalty. And fair play for calling it diving. I mean, he said it straight. You could call it diving.
No, it's never a penalty. And the goal that's offside, no much in that, but it's not a free kick before it. That's not a free kick either. To me, it's somebody saying there Rodgers needs to go. I agree, Rodgers. That's over. That's finished. See, when it's finished, it's just finished. It's fucking finished. But my problem, all you're doing there is wiping your nose. You go and deal with you're dealing with a man there. I don't even need to say it, but I'm not on his fan list as a person. But he come back thinking that the recruitment had been addressed. I think he genuinely wanted to repair a bit of the damage, and two, he wanted to make an impact in Europe. It doesn't matter who you get in. You doesn't matter what manager you bring in. You sit him under fucking Michael Nicholson and Derek Desmond, and you're fucked. You're going nowhere. Quickly. Absolutely nowhere. You're making no progress as a football club. It's something that's massively. I don't want to be owned by some Arab sheikh and unknown
American
San Francisco 16 years either. But there's other major shareholders there than that. There's that investment group. There's somebody needs to ask the question why the man that's got 34% of shares has got the apparent level of control that he seems to have.
It's shocking, John. the control
See
that
if,
he's
see if he
got for
can, see if he's no willing to, if he's incompetent from a football perspective as well. Put somebody in place that can, a director of football, or whatever. See if you're no willing to do that. Fuck
I mean,
off.
it's like seeing the
Just
boat.
fuck off, Dermot.
Was it Heathrow he bought, John? Heathrow Airport he bought,
Yep.
wasn't it?
Yep.
Didn't he buy Heathrow Airport and put a boy that ran the local taxi firm in charge of it?
That's right.
Do you know what? That's that kind of thing. As we keep saying that, and even the board. See if the board want to cover, just even hold on to the fingertips now. They could just appoint, John, what you're saying, appoint people to run the football side of things, take the heat off them and sit back, and there'll be cushy jobs and that will still be intact. But it's when you're the actual face of what's wrong with your product, when it's actually there, that's what everybody's actually seen. There's no getting away from it. There's no hiding.
Okay, when that bell hits 11 o'clock at night, if you're still sitting where it is, it would seem you're sitting tonight. The question will be answered there.
But
nothing's happening, man. You could fucking wake me up tomorrow, man. I'll be able to tell you what's happening. Yeehaw.
Jerry, what did I say way back at transfer window? You're getting fuck all.
Exactly.
See, when I get trust the process, keep the faith, the fucking board, we've got 100 million in the bank, we're a well run. Fuck off. I don't give a fuck if I've got 100 million in the park. I want a striker. I go to see Celtic to see Fabba.
Yep.
I want to see I want to see he's been the best version of ourselves. And I've said it, everybody's saying there. I don't know if that's the thing to get excited about either. Tourniquet. It's fucking probably quite well named. He's the boy for Denmark, and lo and behold, so as you say there, you know you get excuses all over the place, folks saying if the boy just didn't want to come. As I said, you don't go to site with one JCB or one. You don't even do somebody's driveway with one cement mix.
That's the risk.
Have two options there, eh?
Aye, but Benange said the same thing, but everybody was like, oh, that's the attitude. Maybe that.
See if I'd been talking to you, Mark. See if I wanted you to sign for Celtic, and I'd been to Hamilton for fucking 3 months. I'd have known before the last fucking day whether you really wanted to be here and play for Celtic or whether you wanted to play for Hamilton. I'd have fucking known, and you'd have been banned. You'd have been fucking banned. You'd have been banned, eh? So they're fanning about right up to the end. And I want to go to fucking Ajax. Well, fuck off. I don't even want him now.
But that's it. Ajax. That's the thing. I know Ajax weren't even interested in him. Right, so late last night, early this morning, so was a case of Celtic. I'll go to Celtic, but again,
this is what happens when you leave it to the last minute.
But Jerry,
this is the risk we're taking, leaving everything to the last minute. Any player worth their salt, no team wants to lose one of their better players in the last day of the window because it's giving you next to no time to replace them. So if they're any good at all, the selling clubs not really wanting to lose their better players in the last day of the window because there's no time to replace them. So the players either shite or there's a problem there. But Celtic leaving everything in the last minute as usual, and then you're going to get hit with the same pish we get all the time about trying so hard. We'll try again in fucking January. We win a few games and everything's forgot about. Yeah?
That's a hard month, Jerry.
Okay, that's exactly it. Aye, we tried our best. All that. So we get fed the same shite every fucking transfer window, and we buy it, and because we win the league, or we do well, everything's forgot about. We've had the same conversations for years.
Michael, Dermot, see if you're listening, just fuck off, eh?
Aye, we should find out what golf club he's at, man, and just fucking nut him. John, find out where he is, do him.
Boy said the other week he's right enough. Peter Long and we get rid of you for 10 minutes, and you couldn't wait to get back. Just fuck off, eh?
They've all been there too long, and we'd love nothing more, but they're not going to go. They're not going to go at all. And see the difference between the 90s and all that when they forced the board out before. When we've got all the season ticket monies in the bank, they're not giving a monkeys now. They've got everybody's money. Back then they had nadies, wasn't it? Never had the volume of support, or the volume of support back then, but they never had the fucking guaranteed money in the bank. Now they have, so it's not the same as just everybody's saying we're not going to games, we're boycotting this, or boycotting that. They've got our money for this season. And there's going to be folks, see, no matter what, John, us not taking up the European package, I know for a fact there's going to be other people there that will step up and take it, no bother. So it's not going to cause much difference at all.
John, Terry, you can't fault people for doing that. I
understand. I've been in that position myself.
But see the night after the Kyrat game, I seen somebody on Twitter and they were having a rant about it. And some woman, you know what I mean, they were going about, I don't be buying strips, don't be doing this. And a woman says to me, how am I meant to tell my 9-year-old boy, I'm not buying your Celtic strip this time because of Peter Lyle and Michael. Do you know what I mean? You've got, so there's, you can't, you know what I mean? You can't turn into an 8-year-old and tell him, you're not getting a strip. Celtic didn't sign a striker this window. Do you know what I mean? The chance of tickets, dads are going to pounce on the chance to take their kids to like, any Celtic games. If it's Europa League or anything, they're going to go. So, see, I'll never tell anybody what to do with their money. But if you want, but you can send it to me. I will say that. But if you don't want to get tickets, I can understand that. But I can also understand the people that are maybe hoping for a chance to get tickets to get a chance to go to a game. Do you know what I mean?
But Jerry, you're bang on. They know. I'm not under any illusion. There'll be I don't take my Europa package. Somebody else that doesn't get a chance to see Celtic, they've not got a season ticket. They're going to take it. That's and I know I can. I just know.
Your conscience is clear, John. Your conscience is clear.
I know what you're dealing with the Nicholsons of this world and the Brian Wilsons of this world, that they're sitting there, they're thinking, you know, I said in the forum, Celtic took their first step in Kazakhstan. They took your first step towards a fucking closed-tap tier and banners of shame Ronnie Dyler style across that tap tier. So see if they had any foresight, you'd thinking, how big could we be? And the stadium's a fucking shithole as well. And we can argue, but for me it's a no-brainer. That main stand needs redeveloped. No fucking brainer. The reason you're as far ahead of the Huns is because we've had 5,000 season tickets, 10,000 season tickets, more. You get £5 million better after the year. You redevelop that. You somebody to see what Celtic could be. You get a wee. Somebody just opened the blinds and gave you a wee fucking glimpse of it in Munich last year, eh? But their fucking arses collapsed, eh? And look where the day we've got no wingers and no strikers. We're horsed out in our arse out the and I can see these guys are sitting there thinking, you know, Michael Nicholson, he's either the CEO that's dictating the strategic direction of Celtic, or which means he's fucking incompetent then, right? Or he's a patsy. He's a patsy for fucking Dermot Desmond, and which chance get him to fuck as well. As you know, he's like, I don't really have any power here. I can't make any difference here. Nobody's listening to what I'm fucking saying, but I love my wee matching suit with Peter and my wee Celtic tie and my soft seat. Fuck off. They bleed green and white. They bleed green and white my arse. They fucking bleed me.
Aye, they bleed any colour.
They bleed green and white, John, but it's pound notes.
Absolutely.
Aye, 100%.
Evening, Terence. Don't be working too hard there, bud.
No, you're spot on, John. Spot on. And yet to hear a word for the bastard and how long he's ever been in that job. And what credentials has he got to be even in there in the first place?
Fucking absolutely. He's how long have we this conversation? Where's the brain in there? Rodgers is doing the more. Where are you fucking left with? Do you honestly look?
Was it a lawyer, Nicholson? Was it an accountant?
No, he's a lawyer, isn't he?
It was a lawyer, wasn't it?
No. Nicholson's a lawyer.
Aye.
Was Law only an accountant?
Aye, Law was an accountant. Aye, Nicholson was
I mean, you look at Peahead there, eh? Does Peahead actually look to you as if he's going to dictate the strategic direction of Celtic to make you a Champions League club? Don't be fucking silly. Is it, you know?
Right, on you go.
Say, I think the company, you know, you get there. That question that the email, the question that How many times have we discussed this? That the questions at the Celtic board, the Celtic Trust, want to ask of the board. Seemingly they've got a right to ask. I've never had any dealings with PLCs. It was always limited companies I dealt with. But you see the questions there want to ask. Dear Company Secretary, I'd like you to answer the following questions. Dear Board, as a shareholder, Celtic was founded with a clear ethos and purpose. Here's the questions I've asked them. Anybody with half a brain, I could have come up with this in 10 minutes. And I'm not the brightest, Purpose. What does the board consider to be the fundamental purpose of Celtic Football Club? 2. Vision. What is the vision of the board for Celtic's future? 3. Strategy. Which strategy has the board adopted to achieve this purpose and vision? 4. What policies are in place to support and deliver the strategy? How the fuck are you going to get there, Michael? Are we going to buy 4 development players this year, 2 oven-ready players a year after that? Indicators. 5. What indicators or measures does the board use to assess whether the purpose, vision, strategy and fucking policies, and that was me put that in there, that's not his email, are being achieved in practice, I would respectfully ask the board's responses provide clarity, substance and measurable indicators so that shareholders can understand how governance decisions align with the ethos and long-term direction of Celtic Football Club. Fucking answer that. I would love to see that question put to them at the AGM, whereas you've got fucking P-Head saying penalty Rangers. Fuck off,
Aye.
You focusing on playing them and fucking beating them rather than we can only beat them once in the last 5... And yes, you know, you've lost the cup final. The signs have all been there. There's nothing fucking. This is no fucking breaking news tonight here. You don't need to be terribly clever to see this. It's Don Mackay, as I said, being Don Mackay, you get Don Mackay. I think we should do this and do that. He says, "Is that right, Don? I know, but we think you're getting fucking plugged, Mm-hmm. That's what's happened to you. When Dom walks around that boardroom and says, "So you're an accountant, good stuff." I've said many times, I've bored myself with it. He's saying it. You couldn't have been. We need somebody doing that. What's the lot? You sort of contracts out, good stuff. Where's the Fitbit guy? We're a civil engineering company. We've tendered for the Forth Road Bridge. Where the fuck's engineers? Basic fucking questions. He wants to. He wanted to communicate with us. He wanted.
The Don Mackay thing.
To communicate with us.
There should be answers out there for that. See, even down to all these non-disclosures and that. I mean, we've spent a year, right? And John, we spoke about it. It's no, you're not turning up to get a job as a welder when you're going for a Celtic CEO job. Do you know what I mean? It's not as if you're by an interview. Can you weld? Aye, right. You start on Monday. Do you know what I mean? There's months of interviews and processes and that, and then to headhunt the guy so long, and then to get him in. And to last a matter of months, and he's put out the door, and there's no explanation whatsoever. Whoever put a point at him wants to pull up for that. Because it's either Don Mackay was that out his depth, it was totally miles out, which wouldn't have happened because he's obviously proved his credentials, or whoever appointed him made that big a fuck up. They should be held responsible for that.
As far as I know, does he not hold the same position somewhere else again? He certainly did with Scottish Rugby before.
Aye, he's a bit. Does he not run the SEC? He runs the SEC or something like that, now, John.
Who would you take to get a CEO position again? Michael fucking Nicholson or Don Mackay?
Exactly. Aye.
Fucking Michael Nicholson is sitting there as if the finance guy for 10 years. 10 years, long before they approached Don Mackay. Now, over that 10 years, nobody has thought, you know what, that Michael Nicholson's got what it takes to be the fucking CEO, And then all of a sudden, he's the man for the job. The same as said before, the same as Peter Log stands up and tells you that he's scoured Europe for the best in recruitment, and they've come up with his laddie, Aye, did you, aye?
A draw full of file with managers interested, but we appointed Neil Lennon in the shower.
Aye. That sobered me right up when he said that. What do you make that shite with Lennon and saying about how difficult it is getting players coming to Glasgow?
Bad crack. He let yourself down massively. He was outrageous.
Mm-hmm.
between that and Brendan's kissing the board's arse pish on Friday night, which he totally backtracks on. See, to me, he actually looked. See, after he sees his post-match presser, watch you to him. Watch the Celtic board, the Celtic men, they bleed for Celtic. Anyway. I generally find that people that's got my best interests at heart fucking talk to me,
Yep.
Watch his see his post-match, man. He looks as if he should be in a fucking home. when he's back, the Celtic supporter bewildered that Ida was allowed to go to fucking Swansea when we're going to Ibrox to potentially go 9 points and we don't have any other strikers. Can you offer? I can't offer an explanation on that. What an embarrassment to sit there and say. See if he's not going to throw them under the bus at that point. He's never going to throw them under the bus, eh?
No.
And he could say,
knuckles wrapped.
Aye. Somebody's.
But John, see, I right, and see if be going about this if ever any of us get invited to a press conference or anything like that, right? But see,
I'll go.
Aye, I've said that you'd need to go. I'd get flung out. Do you know what I mean? But no, but John, see, right, and if they did do it, but the Celtic fans are fucking pushing Rodgers trying to be wider. You see when Rodgers came out with that, if a journalist today and he Bawz and wasn't he kind of shit scared of Rodgers, he would push him on that and say, well, whose fault is it then, Brendan?
Aye. Right, there's football.
Do you get what I mean? Well, you're saying whose fault is it? You're the manager of this club. You're the public face of this full club. Everything's down to you. The fans hang on every word you're saying. You're telling us you don't know why one of your players is away to Wales today for another medical. I mean, that just even shows you again, John. We're either getting bullshit at the relationships that fractured. There's a behind. I think there's definitely something.
Mark,
John, there's something rotten in the state of Denmark. Something behind the scenes there is.
See, doesn't matter what happens here. He's right, Dexter's right. Lenny's a fanny for saying that 100%. And Football's Live saying as well. Look at Seagarth's interview he done about the Celtic. But you've got other clubs calling the board out. You've got ex-Celtic players calling the board out. You've got fucking three ex-Celtic, the current and two other Celtic managers calling the Celtic board out. Everybody's no fucking lying here, eh?
Mm-hmm.
He's
it's a fear. It's got to be a fear, John. For these old bowling club type men that,
that's
as I say, they don't know how to spend the money, but B, they don't know how to run a modern club.
See where I was going with that. See, I was saying the two ways you could go here. You either, I lost my thread. You either go, you redevelop that north, the old main stand, the south stand. You put another. I think only increases the capacity by about 7,000 anyway. But the places, it's not even get fucking hot water or women's toilets. For fuck's sake, even the Bahamans and the new bit is needing a pull through with a Christmas tree, eh? Or they would as I say, they took a step in 100% through their lack of vision in Kazakhstan towards a closed top fucking tier Ronnie Dyler style. No doubt in my imagination, but see, in all honesty, see the time it would take. See, when I don't take my European package, somebody else will. So out the 50,000 season tickets, what's out there? What's out there to replace you? Is there another 10? Maybe there's another 10. There'll be another 5. Will there be another 10 to replace us? Possibly. I bet there's another 20. If you don't want to redevelop that stadium and you don't think we could put 65,000 in it, right? You're telling me that there's no another 15 out there. So that's the point at which the lack of vision just shows no sustainability, no vision. But see, the bottom line is, see if you're 75, Dermot, it doesn't matter a fuck, because see the time it's there, you'll no need to worry about it, eh? Because it doesn't matter how many billions you've got, eh? That'll not be your problem. Same with fucking Peter Lawwell as well.
I mean, see the thing with stadium development, John, I 100% agree with you, but I mean, My season ticket was in the South Stand joint, and I've not had that for about 14 years now, and it was a shit pit back then. Do you know what I mean? When I go to games now, I'm in the standing section, and the only thing that's saving grace there is like the Green Brigade, and that's decorated. Do you get what I mean? All the paintings on the walls and stuff, and your entrance into the stadium, that way and stuff.
There's chilling Robert Watts. I'm with you 100%. I'll keep my season. I know I'll keep my season ticket. So I'm as guilty as anybody here, because I ain't age I ain't gonna give up my. I ain't going to meet up. The only chance I get to see my laddie, to go for a pint with my laddie, to meet all the folk I've known in East End of Glasgow for years, I ain't keen up.
And time will get past to your laddie and his laddie.
Absolutely. So I learned on a Celtic supporters bus run in Fairdrie. Boys, when we won, when watching Rangers win a nine in a row, I remember being 3-0 done at Parkhead in 20 minutes against Rangers. Paul McStay nearly scored in the postage stamp. I was at the pylon right behind that goal at the old Celtic end, and saying to the old boy to run the bus, "This is the worst fucking." He'd an old starter. Well, he was a legend out here, and I said, "That's the worst fucking Celtic team I've ever seen." I went to walk out and Wally stopped me. He says, and you don't know what you're fucking talking about, eh? And he'd watched Celtic for years winning fuck all, but they boys knew they had got to an age where they knew it was more than that. So I know it's a bit so much more than the board's not going to. I said this in the last pod. I ain't letting the board take that off of me. They're no fucking taking. No. They're not taking a pint and Shettleston off of me and a laugh with my laddie and some of the crack that we have, and they're just not getting that, eh?
But what I'm getting at, John, is right, we redevelop the stadium, right? Aye, it needs a
Dan Breen. Dan Breen says Willie Gorman a legend. He was indeed, Willie, Dan, eh?
That's somebody you know, aye.
I don't know him. I don't know.
You know Willie Gorman. But John, it goes back to how many empty, right, look at the empty seats at Celtic Park, you know? Well, obviously the season's just started, but you know what I'm talking about.
Lost on a Sunday now, Mark.
Aye, but imagine with an 80,000 seat at stadium, how many empty seats are there going to be then? That's the only negative I can. Right, we need to concentrate on filling the stadium.
Marco.
But we need to concentrate on filling the stadium we've got the new match days, Jerry. That's my point.
I totally agree, but they fucked up because now we're playing a Thursday and a Sunday, and a Sunday's always worse at Parkhead. You've not got the Irish contingent, or not a lot of them. As John said, even a lot of the troopers and stuff like that struggle to get up back down. But again, how would we know that modern games, man? Look, this ticket exchange scheme. What the fuck's so difficult about this? I know.
That's why, again, we can talk about it, John. If you don't go to the game, somebody's bum's got to be sitting in your seat.
Absolutely.
So, we need to look at ways of filling the stadium the new, and then realistically, we can look at extending it and make sure that we can.
I've said many things you heard me say in years. I don't even want the fucking. I don't want somebody even to pay me for getting my ticket. I would like to think, if I couldn't go, that somebody was away and this club like fucking no other. Aye, it's not because of fucking you, eh? It's that we had a way of giving my ticket to somebody that was maybe unemployed or couldn't otherwise afford to go and see that 8 games.
I mean, there's a couple of boys on the Discord, John, isn't there, Barry? And everybody got a ticket saying that if you can get your backside into Celtic Park, there's a ticket there and we want money for it. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. We've all done it.
But that's what the way it should be. Even when I ran the bus, even when I helped run the bus in that was how we done it. People dropped tickets after me on a Friday night. I'm not going to get me my season ticket. So I went down to the bus on a Saturday and had so many season tickets to get to guys and just start it around every week to see if there was any tickets gone. Because I'd always prefer somebody's bum to be on my seat than no bum to be on it.
Of course.
I hated my ticket not getting used. Hated it.
Yeah. Just with Dan Breen talking about Willie Gorman there, I went to Willie's further away. Then the priest's opening line, his opening line was, he says, could you put your hand up, please? He says, if you haven't chapped Willie Gorman's door looking for a ticket the night before a Celtic Rangers game. And the place just fucking burst out laughing because we all had every one of us had you'd go up there and say, well, any tickets, man? It's
that's the way that is the way it should be.
Absolutely brilliant. I know. He's
See the one thing with having a bigger stadium, I said it to you folks. See now, with the way FITBA's gone, it's not a working man's sport anymore. Everybody's getting priced right out the window. I mean, the price you're paying and you get nothing in return for a season ticket now is frightening. And there's a lot of folk had to give up because they're struggling. They're going without so they can keep their ticket going and just to give these bastards money. Of course.
It's a lot of money.
But if we had a bigger stadium, you could... I'm not saying it's ideal, but you would hope they would bring down the price of the tickets everywhere else and make it more affordable for people.
See if you need to do it up anyways. Let's see you can sell it out. Well, get the folk, you're a club like no other. Get the folk fucking half price or fucking free to school wains or unemployed or what fucking ever. I don't fucking care. It's
fucking catering or they're fucking franchise it out to whoever, McDonald's, Subway, whoever. They get money in that way.
See, one way then, even look at it, see the South Stand, right, and this is a bit maybe drastic, right? The Green Brigade and the boys and all that, and a lot of the fans have, about this Celtic end, and I know there's restaurants and all this stuff behind the scenes that affect that, but why no refurbish, redo the South Stand and make that a pure corporate snobby bastard having? Do you know what I mean? And a month public levels is shite, fancy seats all over the place and seat services and that, but it's costing thousands. And then get a big standing section for that to help the atmosphere, and then that's you've got the rest of the stadium. Yes, see if they're going to refurbish the stand. You get what I mean? That turn it right fancy. And if the fans that are all these millionaires can afford it, that's the seats they'll want. They'll bang it.
See refurbishing that South Stand. That's no that's no even a question, eh? It's no a question is would it be a good idea? It needs fucking done, eh?
Even that's how I would do. I would make it look, John, just stop big fancy, comfy corporate stuff and let them all in there.
I can send you a photo. Sorry.
On you go, mate. No, sorry.
I could send you a photo of me sitting in in the North Stand. The South Stand's getting built, and it's just there's a scaffolded terrace at the traditional Celtic end as well, eh?
Did you hear then, John?
I did, aye. And and that I'm in the boardroom with my green blazer on to it, looking rather nifty though, I say myself.
Fucking yeah.
The green blazer and the green tie and that, you'd almost think I was on the board, eh?
Apologies.
A fellow goat molester.
That's right. No, we lost to them in Europe, did we not? Or were they goat herders?
Aye, they were goat herders. Goat herders were goat molesters. I can't believe, John, that South Stand's no get fucking female toilets, but yet they've got a female team, female this, LGBTQT fucking strip, but they've not got a female toilet on that South Stand.
There isn't this the snobby bit in that, Jerry, I'm sure. I mean, that's what I only found this out the other month too, with women talking about it on Twitter. But I know there is rating the snobby seats in that. Do you know what I mean? There's women's toilets that are there, but in the actual general population in the South Stand, according to the woman on Twitter, there's no women's toilets in the place.
They need to get that. Fucking hell.
Football is life. That's
see, there's Patrick saying there is women's toilets. I was only going with what I seen on Twitter, Patrick. I don't. Well, for the last court case, I don't hang about women's toilets much.
I was going to.
I was just one on Twitter said that I knew there wasn't the right snobby bit in that, but they're saying the upper sections definitely have toilets.
I was going to challenge Football is Life on his first comment there, but he's redeemed himself.
What did they say?
He says the board treat us with utter disrespect. I was away to say that's the biggest fucking understatement you'll make today. But he saved himself with the next one. Where did he go?
No, just with transfers.
No,
they hate us.
They fucking do hate you. My contempt for them, Football is Life, nearly reaches their contempt for me. You're just a fucking nuisance to them. You're an annoyance. You're a customer. You're not a fan. And do you know why? See when I go to Asda, Asda know if they treat me like shite, I can go to fucking Morrison's, eh? But Celtic know I can't go anywhere else, eh? Although fucking Albion Rovers, he's going to be a shout if they any more of this pish. But it's abuse. It's an abusive. Celtic's relationship with me is an abusive relationship.
Yep.
They just abuse that loyalty. That's the lack of the communication the last wee while, and even see the anger I feel when I go on the official Celtic website and I see the manager's comments after the game. There's nothing attributed to the board. There's any reference Rodgers makes to where the board are culpable. No reference to it. It's all about where Celtic could have played better, where we could have played faster, how we could have moved the ball quicker. It's like fucking. There's a brilliant.
It's deja vu listening to him.
I saw. What's that?
No, you go.
No, is that Jerry? No, go. What we say? No,
go
for
on
it.
a rant.
I'm in somebody else there, Ant. What do you say?
No, it's deja vu. He comes out with the same shite all the time about what to pass the ball better, faster. Where was all this fucking pace and power and all this shite that he was wanting at the start of the season, or the first time he came, or the second time he came? Let's fucking pass the ball.
See, Jerry, that's my shout. See this pace and power, right? That's on him. I mean, it's up to him to play to get the players playing with the pace and the power that he's looking for.
Yep.
He's starting to say, no, I don't tell the players to pass it back and that. Right? But he fucking liar again. We know he's doing that, or they wouldn't be doing it. So if he's wanting pace and power and getting the ball moved quicker, tell the players in the park to do it. That's your job. Coach them.
Paul, you're 100% right, and he's not going to do it because his Friday night interview showed me that he's not going to do that. He kissed the board's arse on Friday. I nearly fucking threw up when he said these men are Celtic, man. They bleed for Celtic. Fuck off, eh? But you're absolutely bang out. He should resign if it's that far. He's either just getting no morals. It's like same applies to the CCO. If he's either dictating, which is his job, he's either dictating the vision, direction, strategy of Celtic to maximise returns, which is based in being as good a football club as you can be to maximise returns for investors. If he's not doing that, he's failing, eh? And if Desmond's the man that's stopping him doing that, he needs to call him out and resign, eh? I've walked away from jobs because I wasn't able to do what I thought in conscience I should be there to do, eh? And Brendan Rodgers is a wealthier man than me. He doesn't need to take their piss, eh? He should be saying to him, is that right, Dermot? Is that what you want me to do? Fuck off. Fuck off. Do you want me to get into the Europa League with fucking no wingers and no strikers, and you fucking sent my second choice striker because the only reason you never sell my first choice striker on fucking Saturday night was because you'd already sold him in fucking January. But you sold my second choice striker the night before we go to the Bronx. But when he knows what that game means to people, it doesn't matter what went before with them in Europe or us in Europe. Is that what you want me to do, Dermot? Fuck off. Get somebody else to do it, because I'm not doing it. See if Rodgers came out and said that, he got my estimations.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes for kissing their arse on Friday night. The board bleeds green and white. Bleeds for Celtic to Sunday, where he can tell you he doesn't know why. He can't explain to the bemused Celtic supporters why he does allowed to go to Swansea for a medical and fucking Saturday night. Because nobody spoke to him.
Too much shite bag.
He's a walking. I'm actually getting to the point. See his wee suntan, his teeth, and his wee fucking his wee totty women's horns. They're doing my fucking head.
Totty women's horns.
Watch him. See me when he does that. He's got wee fucking kid on horns.
Jeremy Big Mac. Jeremy Big Mac.
Does my heat man. I'm gonna kind of watch him. Can I listen to him?
I've got use for wee horns. I need to.
John, his personality is just so smarmy and smug, and as I keep saying, he's a politician. You can't get a straight answer at him.
He didn't even want to say my book at the same time, didn't he, no, Jerry?
I know.
I could have stiffened him, mate. See if I was a Celtic fan, I think I'd just whacked him.
Go for it, Jerry. Tell the boys the story.
They'll know that story.
Right.
Me and Jerry were getting John burnt
The last
Rodgers'
Brendan
autograph,
Rodgers book.
right? His autobiography, he burnt it when he left, right? So for a laugh, say to Big Jerry, we'll try and get him a new autobiography. And Jerry says, well, I'll get it signed. Right, go for it, Jerry. What time did you leave the house at in the morning?
I went 6:45 in the morning, so I didn't want to miss him. I heard he was in sharp. So bearing in mind this a couple of days before Christmas Day. So I fired up there, pitch black, got upstairs, got a coffee. There's maybe 2 or 3 wee boys. They were from Blackburn and Whitburn, 11 or 12-year-old. They were up there as well. So they were all excited, waiting to see who could come up. So we're sitting there, the rain's rocketing down, so I fucking let them jump into the back of the van. Next, about 20 minutes later, 7:20, there a ball boy, Rodgers, comes up. So the wee boys are out the van, shoot her, ask her to get, somebody shouts down, it's Rodgers. So we went out to get the stuff signed, so they're high as kites. And one wee boy in particular, he was off, I don't know, he was off kind of flappy hand, excited, but the ball boy Rodgers is telling the boy to calm down and behave and stay away from it.
Watch my motor.
Stay away from my motor. He didn't want any scratches in his motor. So then it finally comes to me and I said, can I get this sign? And you sign the book? He's like, right, who's it to? Tell them, John. Are you wanting anything in it or have I just to sign it? I said, aye, could you maybe put something in it? He said, right, what you wanting? Now, he was short and sharp as anything. He really didn't want to be there. And after the way he treated the wee boys, I thought I could gub you and get out of here and nobody would even be able to get a hold of us. But I wanted to get a book signed for John. So I said, can you, it's a wee bit cheeky, but I'd like it if you could write, can you try and not burn this copy, please, John? So I gave him the pen and all that, and he signs it and he just throws the pen back at me and gives me the book. So
I don't think that's appropriate or something to say. I mean, me and Jerry spoke about that, asked him to sign that. I think it was just a bit laughing a joke. Any other guys taking that as a bit of
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It looked as if I'd shat in his lap. So at least he signed it, man, and I'm walking back to the van and I put the light on and I look at it and I think, he's best wishes, Brendan, or something, or to John, best wishes, Brendan.
I couldn't believe it.
What a prick. But after the way he treated the young boys, it came for, I mean, we're only 11 and 12, it came for Blackburn and Whitburn. So I don't know what time they've left it to get through there for 7 o'clock in the morning.
And then that's the way it was. 2 days before Christmas.
That's it. But then I remember I said we were at the Garn Gad for the St Rock's game, and the way he was there and he was trying to be everybody's pal, he was standing next to us and all the smiles, and I thought, you're as fake as they come, but if you win us a couple of leagues then I'll maybe forgive you. So no, he's a human being, he's not my type of guy.
See, I was Jerry, see when you tell me that about that morning, because I just, you get what I mean, a present for somebody. John, imagine it was Neil Lennon. Neil Lennon would have saw the funny side of something like that.
And we've got the pictures to prove it, so it happened.
No, but I mean, it just shows you how petty and fucking, I don't know, see when you tell me that, I was like, that's fucking, how can you just see that?
But he's not a nice person.
He's definitely no. I don't think he's a likeable person at all.
No.
And I don't think, to be honest, I mean, fair dues, see when he's coming out the training ground and getting into the training ground, it's kind of part of his job to stop and sign stuff and that. But honestly, if I saw Brendan Rodgers or that out and about, I don't think I would approach him. I'd acknowledge him if I made, do you know what I mean? If I made eye contact, but I don't think I would even got him, right, but any chance of a selfie or anything. No, I don't think I would.
You know, go up and say Gucci belt and show me your belt? No.
In fact, if you came up and asked me, I'd maybe say, nah, man. No, after you'd done that with Big Jerry or that, but you wee fucking prick. Yeah.
But he's
that's just kind of opened my eyes a bit towards him, Jerry, when you tell me that, because I just thought, I mean, we spent time on that. What we right, I'll go and get it. What will we put on it? How funny is that? As if burnt his book, he was got it when you left. Make up for it. Don't burn this one. I don't. That's not appropriate.
No appropriate, aye. So fuck him. No get a sense of humour anyway.
And don't
If
be
they send
burning it
misses up
anyway.
to
Don't be
your
burning it anyway, John. Or if you do, video it and we'll send it to him.
Listen, I would have more respect for the guy if he did walk you through them under the bus. But see this dropping these things in and then fucking backtracking. I can't be doing with that.
What's the one
John,
thing what's the one thing
Honesty, that's what I'm looking for.
But the other thing, you back to that book story again. You know, everybody gets something wrong. We all get it wrong at time. And see when I don't know, the guys where I grew up, and the guys are about, see if they knew something annoyed you, they would rip the arse out of it.
Oh,
they would just rip the fucking arse out of it. And so you would think if he done something like that, he knew he fucked up, he knew he left, he knows he lives at the shit, and somebody gives him a book and say, if he was you know, see if he was
John, before Christmas, he knew it was a present. Do you know what I mean? He knew fucking that was the thing.
See if he was genuinely repentant about coming back to make amends or something. See any chance you could say, Johnny, why you not burn this one? He'd have fucking laughed at it.
Mm-hmm.
You think he'd have the humility just to, you know, when you get something wrong and somebody digs you up for it, you roll with it, don't you? You need to just roll with it, don't you? It's
just John. I mean, just for me, that's just pattern, bantering.
Absolutely.
I mean, see if he can't take that level of banter off a guy in the fucking stood there in the piss and waiting on coming out. But I mean, what is the actual atmosphere in that dressing room like?
That's the other thing. All the players have looked as if they went off a cliff. I mean, Maeda, I would possibly say, aye, his head's probably been turned. But all of them, whether it's, I don't know, if it's just right throughout the club, if it's Rodgers who's spat the dummy with the board and then it's coming down and the players are feeling it as well or what, but there's something no right.
Frank,
and then he just... Sorry, when you go, mate.
Frank McGee can send you. So that means Rodgers could be the same with the players. Fake. I know. Don't know why that's baffled me. See, when I read his book, you can tell me. I've been on more management courses that I've had fucking dinners, and it's all a pile of piss. There's some good stuff in there, but it's there's one book that gives you all your answers. You don't need to look at any other management book after that. There's I'll leave that one at that. But you're bang on. When I look at so-called players and I see when how easy Rodgers gets inside their head, it fucking worries me because I'm thinking he'd never get into my head. He'd never get into my head. When I read his book the first time, it's all management speak pish.
I know the buzzwords and the odd kind. I know the kind of.
Say to be fair, never trust an Irishman with a fucking suntan, white teeth, a Gucci belt, and wee horns. He's just full of piss. I don't know if he's got a suntan, white teeth, and wee horns.
Well, aye.
I'll tell you something. I bet. See you next time you watch him. He'll not be able to take your horn. It's his wee left horn he throws out. It's like a wee miniature horn.
I've never noticed that. That's mental.
No, man,
I need to keep an eye out for that.
I'm telling you, I noticed Mark.
I'm going to be going looking for her. Somehow we need to go back up there and get something else signed.
You know, seen him with his wee boxing gloves on, Jerry, trying to train in the gym, his wee muscles, his biceps and that. No?
No, I mean, he looks as if he needs to fucking
Were you watching here, John? Come on. Does Mrs. IFP know you're watching being tiny Honda men, suntan men boxing?
My Mrs. GFP currently, as we sit here, has just sent me a photograph of her swimming in the pool with her cousins in fucking Portugal. 28 degrees, eh? Meanwhile,
for some,
I'm Googling how long to boil carrots.
Brendan's wee horns. Googling Brendan's wee tiny horns.
I'm definitely going to be going up there to get something signed, Mark. I couldn't care less what it is, just to see that wee horn.
I think.
And then
Hold him a bookie pen. Hold him a
I
wee
was
bookie
going
pen.
to say, here, hold this, I get a picture of it.
I thought I had given a good. I suggested to Green Brigade a banner on the pod earlier on there, but he's just got rid of it. You've just got rid of it, Mark. Can you get back one? No. Chill, Paul gives you a banner for Green Brigade. That would be my choice. You can't get back one. Excuses meaning I give them a suggestion to Green Brigade for a banner on the pod and the forum earlier on. But I think Chop Balls is better. I think if a Green Brigade did that would just be pure class. You get it up, no?
I'm trying to look for it, John.
Just Brendan talks pish. That would just be the best banner ever, wouldn't it? Isn't it?
Aye.
Brendan talks pish is a brilliant. That's it.
No, I can't actually see it.
Oh,
But something like, I mean, here, and we've sort of here was tortured the board and everything, do you know what I mean? But I've said this as well, a hell of a lot of the actual what's going on in the pitch is down to Rodgers. We can't get away from that.
Oh, absolutely. What's up with Jamie? Jamie looks as if he's having a bad day.
Jamie, get off.
Jamie, I don't think Jamie's is enough.
Don't put glue in your asshole, Jamie. I wouldn't advise that, mate. That's not going to work out well.
Jamie, I don't think you've enough cuddles in your life. That sounds quite aggressive.
You should have been my apprentice to get plenty of cuddles.
Plenty of glue in the asshole and all.
They need that in your camp. And a bit of bother if they've not. Right, Mark, I'm going to shoot. I'm on call. I need to go to Bears there to see some tough.
I'm going to.
Well, that's nearly 8 o'clock anyway.
I know. Is Paul want to work?
No, he's not there.
No, was he not there? No bother. Where are you going, John?
I can't even fucking remember the name of the place.
Is it abroad?
No, it was well been abroad. It's at near fucking Edinburgh. It's well been abroad. It's I'll tell you where I'm going. It's nearly away at the other side. On the fourth, away at the other side of the Edinburgh.
Dermot Milliner said Stephen Welsh is away.
Is that right?
Motherwell, season-long loan.
That's good stuff. That's a good club he's away to too then, eh?
Yep.
That's
Because they've swapped in for Lennon Muller.
There's no way that Bowie's going to come in at this late stage. Hibs aren't going to let that boy go.
Long Nidri.
Long Nidri.
Long Nidri. I know, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that far in.
That's the other side. You're on the fucking.
What is Slimmer?
You're on the first or fourth there, eh? Just right away. That see that Edinburgh bypass a fucking nightmare getting.
Yep.
Sitting on it, eh?
Aye. I hate it having to get through to Waverley or
it's fucking dire, man.
Aye. No for
you'd rather go with for a pint with Brendan. See, that's a wee pair of horns you've got there, Brendan. Eh? Will you be able to hold that pint yourself? Or you want me to get you a wee half pint?
I'm going on YouTube to watch him waving after the game after this.
So I don't even know how you noticed that, John. I
know.
I've never even seen it mentioned anywhere else.
I know.
It's just I know. I know what I know, but I don't know what I don't know.
That makes sense, does it not? It's the same you see him with his wee boxing gloves on, his wee muscles and his Gucci belt, and he's just a fud. It's
Him or Conor McGregor for the next president of Ireland, John.
There's another fella. The world's full of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting nothing. I've been expecting nothing. I just don't expect anything after them anymore. Right? There's nothing the Celtic board could do anymore. Fucking nothing. Even their pies are pish. There's fucking nothing they could do to surprise me anymore, eh? They're so far fucking out of touch, Jerry. And removed, eh?
Tony Baxter.
The disconnect is actually worse than it was under the Kellys. They've got
fucking hell.
They're just. I say to you, I know this sounds trivial, and I've not had a lot of folks saying it. Mark's thought what he did when we won the league last year. Folk wanted to sing to the fans, players wanted to sing to Taylor. They played that fucking blaring pish over the tannoy. You couldn't do that. They just whoever they've got heady PR in there, they're just, they're almost danger of losing their soul and just becoming EPL public plastic pish. That's how much there seems to be a disconnect, eh? And they've got a PR guy on the board now. He's only been there 2 years, eh? He deals with the kind of PR type, kind of social media type guy.
Get Greg in there. Get Greg in there.
His wee shorts.
Yeah. He's 3/4 length.
Yeah, he couldn't, but you think
are you allowed to mention about that, Jerry?
No, the new, no. I'll wait till I spoke to him. He'll be on in the next couple of days. He said to me, if he's not on the night, he'll definitely be on the next one. So I'll let him say.
He's,
John, Stephen, I mean, I don't even know if the guy's there. The guy that was like your PR guy, he's a Hearts fan.
Who's that?
Celtic PR guy.
I'm actually
look at
his name on here.
Look at the board again. If you look at the board, there's a guy on the board who's only been there. The rest of them have been for 104 years.
Aye.
But there's one guy who's been there for 2 years, and he's the guy. He's kind of social media type stuff. But you see, even the state of the place, as I said, he's the approaches to the park, the banners know the place, state of the place. It's just I don't know. But as I say, it's need a pulse with a Christmas tree. I'm just not sure. Not sure what's going down, but they're serious. If you've not qualified for Europe, you've lost that commercial opportunity. They've not just failed you as a Celtic supporter in terms of the football side, but as I said, for these guys, Dermot one of the reasons he drags this investment. So the guys are only investing in Celtic for the same reason that somebody invests in fucking Scottish Power. Do you know what I mean? It's to get a return on their money. Eh? So your CEO has failed them. So he's actually he's either incompetent or he's just happy to sit there and say, I'll keep failing because Dermot says so, and I like my Celtic tie, my comfy seat, and my matching suit with fucking Peter. It's one of the two. It's just as sad. It's it really is sad. When I
see these guys as well, but John, just think, like, imagine you're sitting there and you're coming towards fucking the end of your days. You know what I mean? St. Peter's shouting you up to the gate. Imagine how, if things had been done right at Celtic, guys like Peter Long that would have been seen by the support. Do you know what I mean? Everybody, we all joke about, I think he'll get a start, that, right? Never, right? But see, imagine being running a club like Celtic, the money that we've had, what we've went through over the years, and having the level to take a kind of dominance that's never been seen in Scottish football before to that level and dropping the boss so badly. I mean, nobody's going to praise any of this board in 20 years' time for nothing.
See what I
mean?
You know what I mean?
Because anybody could have done what they've done, John. The basic fucking basic business sense.
Go and put fucking the Celtic board into St Johnstone and see if they can make it work. Eh? They can't. The bastards can't fail. We are throwing money. The way we're making a joke of this, but it's fucking tragic. It just kills me that. We just can't be the version, the club that we all love. Just can't be the best version. Right, we've criticised. If Brendan Rodgers would have been tomorrow, but a day too soon for me. It's over. It's back.
Aye.
It can't go any further. But ask yourself this question: doesn't matter who you get in, you bring them in, and you come in under the same circumstances where Dermot Desmond has got a level of control that's disproportionate to his holdings, and you've got you've got the board you're sitting with just now. You're going fucking nowhere.
No.
You're unless you get some kind of structural change. And if this doesn't make people that really love Celtic say we could be so much fucking better than this, eh?
Nothing we could be, John. We should be.
We should be.
That's the thing about it. I mean,
you're right.
I know we have a laugh and a joke and all that, and as I say, I always try to keep things positive, John, but I've got nothing to be positive about.
There's nothing positive about it. I always find it, I said to you last week, I find it difficult to even talk about the game or individual players because you know, you're just even to say by Rodgers, you know, you can go and bring in a new manager, nothing's going to change here. Unless the whole thing, and I don't think a 75-year-old major shareholder is a man that appears to me that's going to be. The only time he intervened, I think, was at one time when he brought Martin O'Neill with the club, and that's probably because his fucking ego was. He brought Martin O'Neill and then he brought Rodgers to the club because his ego was hurt, was it all?
Aye.
So maybe we need a way of just fuck it, because I'll tell you something, but I don't know about Dermot Desmond. He doesn't give a fuck about you, Hank. And see, when we all cracked up about Lennon, he fucking just...
Does he give a fuck with Martin O'Neill, Hank?
No, I don't think.
Do you know what I mean? There, John, we're talking about if you don't know what you don't know, ask somebody. Right, so why is when Dermot and Martin sitting having lunches and dinners and would be finding? He must surely Dermot Desmond's picking his brain and even getting some kind of ideas. Do you get what I mean? You would like to think so. I'm not saying, right, Martin, what do you think we should do? Oh, this, right, that's what we're going to do. But just we pickings, maybe what Martin and Neil thinks we should be doing behind the scenes to make X better or this better. Instead of, they're all in they're right, but I mean, we're getting all the pundits and all that, with Neil Lennon and Sutton in it, the Sky and that yesterday and stuff like that. But
I'll tell you one thing, I thought Sutton done better than I was disappointed in Lennon.
Aye.
Scotland's a hard sell, and I thought it was a bit just a bit disappointed, Lennon, and I thought Sutton stuck to his guns. It's unacceptable. Where he is unacceptable. You say we've got Kuhn away, Kyogo away, Jota injured. It's all we're all months down the line. A year for we know Kyogo's away. To be going to 200 mile this side of China, we in the nick we were in, and be going to Ibrox and punting your Ida the night before. It's fucking bizarre. It's just even with the Celtic boards, standard.
Aye, that's my
fucking bizarre.
Me, aye, that's what I've got to, John. As I said, I thought that, as I said, we got up this morning, Dahlberg, the big Tunisian, you know what I mean, a couple of, even maybe a loan in to cover Jota's injuries and stuff like that, and then that's us, we're now at 8:10 at night, and it's just an absolute shambles. There's nothing, There's nothing that Celtic could do now that's going to swing anybody's opinions.
You've got them that are laughing at us. They're laughing at us. Like, look at them, think they're the big dogs with all the money, but look at them. They're fucking no interest in spending a penny or getting away from us. And we're going to just let the bastards catch us.
I'll leave you with this thought, and I was laughed off the planet for it. With that team that I watched on Sunday, if that team is not improved, if that squad is not, if that first 11 is not improved tonight, then all indicators are that it's not going to be improved, eh? See if I was Hearts or Hibs. I would be looking at you and I'd be thinking, you know what, we're never going to have a better chance here.
John,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying we're going.
I said even the Shambles that Rangers were in and stuff like that they wouldn't need, like Hearts and Hibs wouldn't have a better. Yeah, well, I flung Aberdeen into the mix as well, but they've kind of even got after the best start, but they wouldn't have the better chance even chasing for second. I mean, they have given out. I mean, the Huns haven't out and spent money, right? But they were terrible yesterday. They were terrible. That's a poor team they've got,
and we couldn't beat them.
Aye.
Shay, I think.
I was talking about that earlier, John. We did for a wee bit, so I put it on.
I think it's a way forward, but it's a long road, buddy. Yeah, it's not something that would happen. It's not something that would happen overnight. It's a long road, but however we get control of Celtic in the hands of people that love Celtic and want to see us be the best version of ourselves that we can be, the sooner the better, eh? But that's a long road, Shay, but fair play to the boys. I'm actually thinking of joining myself. I'm not a member of the Celtic Trust, but I think it's fair play to the boys. I just hope that two things I hoped for the day. I hoped that we would get the players, and I hope the big Danish boy. I didn't think it. I was preparing myself. I hoped we would get the signings we were looking for, but in the event of that, I posted the day. It was a win-win for us today, because if you don't get you either get the players you need, which would have been the good news, or you get the incompetence of the Celtic board. Posted all there was, that can't be denied by any trusted processors or keep the faithers anymore. It's there, but you're getting called out with ex-players, you're getting called out with ex-managers, you're getting called out with clubs that you're trying to deal with. So I'm just hoping that takes us to a place that becomes a catalyst for change.
John, for me, honest to God, they've lost the faith of every Celtic fan.
I hope so.
Joke, you just calling me a bold apologist, do you know what I mean? Right, but
a woke bold apologist.
What?
A woke bold apologist.
Aye, of course, aye. But I mean, there's no acceptable excuses, John. It's like your wife's not spending money in pie week. Do you get what I mean? It's like, how the hell can Celtic as a club no sign any football players in the space of 3 months? It doesn't compute. Aye, it's like we can talk about levels, right, and who the Huns have signed. I don't really think they've signed anybody that great, right? Majowski, I'd have took Majowski as an Ida replacement, but they've still wanted a new number one striker, and you know what I mean? For me, Majowski would have been number 2 to replace Ida, right? But just for nothing, for absolutely fucking nothing, Celtic to be this late. I mean, this late in the window, we've spent. I don't think we've spent. Well, I will Balakwash. I think we're maybe up about 8 million into we've spent. That's shocking.
My lad, he's just sent us a picture here. Somebody, I don't know who it is, it's posted here, but it's an empty stadium under Dyla and the banners, the top tier Celtic, a club like no other. Just pointing out that the guy. I mean, I'm not suggesting. I wouldn't tell anybody who they are. But the boys saying don't buy kits, don't buy club merch, don't buy kits. That's not my bag either. I'll decide what I'm doing. What you want to do is your bag, eh?
Yeah.
But it's we see here Celtic have taken in 40.5 million this summer between sales and the selling clauses. I fucking detest them with a passion. I absolutely do. I'll tell you, I never thought I'd say I hate them more than I hate the Huns. There you go. I really do. If they think, and I know their content for me is matches mine for them. I fucking detest them. I would give my right leg to be able to sit and fucking talk to Dermot Desmond and Michael Nicholson and the board face to face in there. I really would. It's a fucking cringe. I said to Eileen last week. It's for some, it's meant to be a hobby and a pastime. They're fucking bad for your health.
Yeah.
But it's not, John. Come on, it's not just a hobby and a pastime.
No, it's I know it's not. It's,
Do you know what I'm? But it's. I don't care, right? As I've said, John, I've tried to stick up a wee bit, be positive and fucking. I thought there'd be deals done. There's always been deals done. Do you know what I mean? This is just one. This is shocking.
There's nothing. This is as bad as I've seen in my time. I watched them. There is, as I said, even by their standards, this is man. I mean, there's worse things happening in the world, so we need to keep it real. But as a Celtic supporter, it's just fucking sickening. It really is. It's inexplicable, indefensible, corporate negligence, fucking all of the above. It's
and see if guys like me, John, are fucking over the edge now, and scunner with them. Do you know what I mean? There's got to be this tipping point, John. We spoke about this the other night, and Jerry hinted earlier on. What if we win the League Cup and do well in Europe? Is everything the garden rosy? I don't think that can happen now, John. Do you get what I mean?
You're past. You're past. I think you're past.
I mean, I put in your wee chat last night. Even James McLean signing James McLean wouldn't say he's aboard this Monday.
There's to me, they've just the bastards have just taken it to new levels this time. I mean, I can't. As I said, back to Mazda and my Morrisons. If Asa treat me like that, I go to Morrisons. These characters just know I can't go anywhere else. And that's.
This is what they bank on, John. You're 100% right. That's faithful through and through, shite.
But you can't. Where else are you going to go? You can't. As I said, there's that whole social bit with your kids and your laddie, and that I wouldn't get. I'm not getting my tick up, so I'm not going to criticise somebody for taking your Europa package.
Go to the ground, John, and sit outside with your laddie.
I know.
Mind we used to do that back. Try and get rid of the Kellies and Whites. Just go to the stadium and didn't go into the game, sit outside.
That's right.
But I mean, I don't. But then, would anything like that really work in this kind of new age? I mean, look at Man United with their green and gold scarves. And when it was that 20 odd year ago, it's been nothing. Do you know what I mean?
Sugar Man saying that we've lost the league today. Sugar, I don't think you've necessarily lost the league today. But as I said earlier on there, if your Hearts and your Hibs, you must be watching that game on Sunday thinking we've not got fucking much to beat here,
No.
So it's like catch-22. I think a new manager could come in and get better out of that squad, right? But that would be time limited as well, because at some point in time, that new manager would, and I never use this word, I'm going to use it tonight. I'm going to use it tonight. It would need to. That new manager would realise he's just working under the same cunts, and that's the bottom line here, right? That's the bottom line here, right? I'm sad tonight. I really am sad.
I totally agree with you, John.
Paul,
you hear me?
I can hear you, Paul.
For fuck's sake, Jesus Christ!
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lazarus! Is that you, Lazarus?
Who's that?
It is. I've risen.
Paul,
what
you
a
must have covered under the stairs.
What an absolute shambles this has turned out to be, hasn't it? Yeah.
How's your neighbour getting on with that slim fast?
Oh, fuck, I haven't seen him.
I'm going to boys, Paul's on.
Right.
I'll catch you all later on.
You off, Jerry?
Glad you're on, mate. All the best. Aye.
Cheers, Jerry. Cheers, Jerry.
I'm here to save lives, all right?
Hey, good night, Jerry, big man. Good night.
Shock your lab. Bye-bye.
So
Talk to
there
me.
you go. No, Jerry's away. He's on call for his work.
Oh, yeah.
So what you thinking then, Paul? You're a bit like John. You're no one to hold
Do you know what I'm looking at, Mark? 7 million is a good deal for Admira, for the club. But why sanction a deal when you've no one in the door?
See, I said that. I remember just waiting on something, a wee tick on a box or that, Paul, just to get a deal there. Maybe.
Yeah.
You know how, something more. Surely if you've sanctioned he'd have gone, there's something coming in.
There's talks about the fella Fofana from Chelsea coming in. Yeah, that's the striker that's coming in. You know, they're like it's going back to what JFP said there, because I listened to the podcast and I'm driving, and we know Kyogo left in January. We knew he was leaving, that he wanted away last summer. Kyogo wanted away. And it take us till deadline day to try to sign a new striker, which is it's absolutely disgraceful.
Yeah,
like, you know, it is. You know,
and
I'm lost for words.
As I was saying to John and Jerry, you're a bit like me. We always try to look on the they'll pull an ace out of the hat, you know, that stuff. Like, but they're just nothing. They're no kind of. I mean, it was like, see the Balakwasha thing. I was talking to people. Right? I think that was always going to happen, Paul, because we were in for him, and then that was it. There was nobody else was in for him. I don't know what held
but
up
Mark,
along.
But like, this deal could have been done at the start of the window. It's like
the
he's worth.
one, even
he's valued at 5 million.
Even if it was written underlined and put to Europe, John, it should have been Paul. It should have been finalised in Thursday or Friday morning whenever Anderlecht went to Europe. That's when that should have been done and dusted. There shouldn't have, Ajax shouldn't have had a chance to come in and hijack the deal and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like he's valued at 8, or we'll offer 3.2, we'll offer 3.5. It's like penny pinching again from the Celtic board. Like, those days are gone. Those days are gone, and we've a board who is still operating when Neil Lennon was in. Like, you heard Neil Lennon in Sky Sports there yesterday, and in a way he was trying to back up the board, but you got to hand it to Chris Sutton. Like, Chris Sutton yesterday said, the board are still operating that the transfer market goes as the same way as it did in the 90s. You know, I'm pretty sure we're still sending faxes to clubs. We received a fax from Celtic. A fax? Does that machine work? You know, that's why they're probably not getting the bids so late, because we're sending a fucking fax to them. You know, it's ridiculous, Mark. It really is. Like, you know,
it's just amateur. That's what. There's no other word for it. I mean, I'm totally.
And I think, do you know what I think, Mark? Do you know what I think? If this deal for this Chelsea fella for Fofana is a loan deal, this isn't our scouting department. This is Brendan Rodgers all over this. Trying to get, you know, and this is what we have to come down to again. Brendan Rodgers taking out his notebook, looking at contacts that he has down in England, trying to get a deal over the line. You know, what's Tisdale doing? You know, he's been in the job now a year and a half, is it?
Well, I don't know if you were listening earlier on, John, we were talking about it, and that Yogi Hughes, his son had put up on a tweet saying that Tisdale was a Rodgers appointment, and they two have come up with signings this summer that have just been like poo-pooed with the board, and that there's no cohesive plan, Paul. You can't see any. Do you know what I mean? There's no road. There's no. It just seems so scattergun. Oh, who's that? I mean, that's us when the final minutes of the windy, and there's nothing. Just absolutely hee-haw happening with Celtic.
And then you see the other side of the half, then signing a striker from Everton for 8 million, a club who was supposed to be in debt and have no money. Are we able to fork out 8 million then? Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous, right?
I mean, the guy, he's no fucking. I wouldn't like Celtic to be signing for 8 million.
But that's what I'm saying, Mark. Like, how would they go? How would they able to go out and get 8 million when Celtic supposedly have this? Like, what's this money for in the bank? Why are we holding this money in the bank? Do you know what I mean? You know, it's just sitting there. No investment in the stadium. What I'm hearing from other podcasters and reading Celtic blog is that the stadium is in a room at the moment.
Aye.
You know?
Oh, aye, the
You know?
stadiums are shambles, Paul. We were talking about that before you came on. And if that's what they're going to invest in, oh, at least let the fans know that's what they're going to invest in.
But that's not Celtic's way, Mark, is it? To let
No.
let the fans know. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, we won't communicate with the fans. You know, this is only going to cause protests outside the ground again during COVID when the fans came out and things like, you know. I'm lost for words, Mark. I really am. Like, you know,
Paul, I'm the same. I'm the same. I just can't get my head round. There, John, back. I just can't get my head round how much a shambles we've became as a club for having so
you know
much
what,
money
Mark? You look
money
at
in the bank. We're elite level manager, and it's just fucking brick by
the
brick.
only
It's all apart.
because I was on holidays. The only 3 games I was able to catch was the Champions League qualifiers and yesterday's game, and I couldn't get around it how stale the team was actually after getting. Lack of pace, lack of, I don't know. You're looking at our captain. For me, I don't know what's after happening to him. You know, it's anytime he gets the ball, he's passing it back. You know, I know it was a different Cladburn player, like, but you look at Rodgers for Manchester United. He gets the ball off Trafford there yesterday, and his first instinct was to turn and pass the ball forward. McGregor then is too square. When he gets the ball, his first action is to pass to Scales. Scales then is looking to see where the space is, and because McGregor doesn't want the ball, and people are blaming Scales, Denmark, for slow passing or technique. But who's Scales going to pass the ball to? There's no one there.
McGregor gets the ball, passes it back to Scales or Vickers, and then tells them where to pass it. Why does he not pass it to where he's telling
Exactly.
them?
Instead of getting, but that's exactly it. Like, this is what when I hear Rodgers then coming out, what's this? Yesterday he goes, "This is not the Celtic way of playing," and I'm looking, going, we've been playing like this since last January.
Mm-hmm.
You know, since we went out of the Champions League to Bayern Munich, just hasn't happened overnight at all. This is happening for the last couple of months. You know, I don't know. You know, and then he was asked there when we went out of the Champions League. He was asked, "Does this affect your budget going forward?" And he says, "I don't know. I don't know. Show it to God, Mark, and League Club, who we say we are. We've 2 budgets. You have a budget for the Champions League if you get through it, and you have a budget if you don't get through it." It's like Rodgers didn't even know what his budget was. You know? Like,
Paul,
what?
see if you look back at it, see whatever Rodgers' budget was and stuff like that. He's never actually spent any of that because he's all we're saying is, do you know what I mean? It's always been like a net zero spend.
Mm-hmm.
And this season, this window especially is just, I mean, this got to be. Honestly, I just don't see how the board or even Celtic as a club can come back for this.
Do you think Rodgers is away the end of the season, and that's why the club don't want to give the money to him?
Nah, Paul,
I don't think so. I think he's away. I think he's away, John, but I don't think that's any to do with him. No,
the Rodgers, Paul, the Rodgers. Good to hear from you again. Anyway,
yeah.
The Rodgers. That's finished, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The Rodgers project.
The Rodgers, that Bawz burst, that ship sailed. That's doesn't matter what happens here. Players are no players.
But they do it like you see this. You see this with every manager. They'll back the manager for one season. They let him bring in his players, but then we go back to our season penny pinching then again, don't we?
Well, we've had the conversation. I don't know if you heard any or no, but it is a lot of the buck stops with the manager for Sunday, but the whole.
Oh, definitely.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what manager you go and bring in. It's as long as he continues to operate under the current board and a major shareholder seems to have a disproportionate power relative to his holdings. You're going nowhere, eh? Celtic will never be what you and the rest is want Celtic to be.
Surely a change of manager, Paul, John the New, would improve the product on the pitch.
I actually don't think. If I was Brendan Rodgers, I don't think Brendan Rodgers' position is even tenable to see out the rest of his contract. So, and I think he could be.
I think he could be gone by Christmas. The way things are going, it's so much of a fallout now between Brendan Rodgers and the board. I say there's not even communication there. You know, I say Rodgers. So sorry, John.
They asked him after the Rangers game about Ida arriving in Swansea to leave him in his sticker. He says, I can't explain it myself. So not only they're not talking to you, they're not talking to him, mate.
Exactly. Yeah.
The whole thing's. I mean, I've been watching. It's over half a century. I was first Celtic Park, and this just takes it. Nothing the Celtic board. I said that earlier on. Nothing the Celtic board would. I don't expect them from me. It's. I don't expect. There's nothing surprises me when I listen to all the trust the processors and they keep the faithers. I'm thinking, aye, that's what. No better indicator.
But then, like you see the board then saying that like they overpaid for Arnie Ingles, we overpaid for Adamida last year, and so. But this is why.
Why did you overpay for him? I said earlier on, Adamida doesn't come in the club in loan spell. You potentially don't win the league and you don't win the cup.
Yeah.
He scores a goal that takes you the next qualifying round. He scores 22 goals this first season. He scores 3 goals in the Champions League. And he scores
20 goals last season, yeah.
He scores 3 goals in the Huns. And you've got folks, he's got to fuck off. Fucking Engels is still the best you've got in the park, and he fucking subs him in Sunday, eh? So I'm fed up hearing what Trusty's cost, what Engels cost. Go and spend another fucking 30 million and buy 3 players of the same quality and see where that takes us to, rather than bringing. I know what we've bought tonight. If we've bought in, it'll be mere fucking donkeys, eh?
It's gone back to the time there when we started saying Scott Brown started to slow down. Celtic's player there near the end of his career mark. Yeah, and you could say the same about Callum Mack now. That he's actually slowing down our play.
See the whole the whole player trading model. As I said, they've been called out by previous managers, previous players. Angie said as well, it's not quick enough. And I tell you this, nobody's wanting to hear this. In fact, I'm not even wanting to hear this. There's actually players at the club that should have been moved on already. They're end of the cycle.
Yes, let's remember Seagrass. Seagrass. They got offers for him, and they didn't even reply back to the clubs.
But see when you see Midas, see when you see the Hatatis, the CCVs, there's players that are at the end of their cycle should have been moved. They're actually the best you've got to know, but you've kept them to the point that they're even managing to fuck up. They don't have a player trading model. Fucking Copenhagen's got a player trading model. It's
Bruges. Look at Bruges.
Bruges. They sell players for 70 million and bring in 30 million, and they still scud the Huns 6-0. Yeah, there's a fucking player trading model. Selling your best assets and buying fucking donkeys isn't a player trading model. Okay, I need to gear up.
Gamble, John. It's a gambling. Do you know what I mean? I mean, every transfer is a gamble to a certain extent, but I keep saying that, and I've said this for years. I've not got a problem with money Celtic spend. It's the way they spend it.
Aye, and
I've said for years, right? We should have been setting up, and apart from the odd bargain, I mean, Nygren looks like a bargain, right? Do you know what I mean? For 1.8 million, we'll get our money's worth out of him. Do you know what I mean? Things like that. But when you're going to spend money on players that are like the next level up, you're looking at not just for the finances, you're looking at players to take you that level up. But when O's gone for £28 million, John, what market are we shot, man?
Did they get their money back in Engels? And I'll tell you something else. We had a mind. That's a confidence thing, eh?
Definitely. Big
see if there are suddenly collapse. They get more than their money back in either too. But my biggest question I can't get my head around about. Rodgers says I can't explain to Celtic's bewildered Celtic support.
This sounds like a Rangers rabble.
Why you
I wouldn't know, Peter. I don't listen to Rangers podcast, but each to their own, mate.
Why you let me? Why you let why you let the only striker we had go the night before we go to govern? And he tells he can't fucking explain that. That to me just that's just fucking bizarre.
It is, isn't it? If fucking hell, like, you know, it really is. Like, it's, you're going in like with Jesus, like, even me that doesn't look unformed so far this year. Like, the whole time, it's like we don't look fit. The club doesn't look fit. They don't look fit. You know, the players. You know, the only time we actually attacked is when a 35-year-old or 34-year-old James Forrest came onto the pitch and he started running down the line. That's the only time we actually attacked.
Sugar, as I was saying, you get your money back in Ida. You'll make more than your money in Engels if you can find a place to find a system that you can play him. You can play him in. Trust he's injured. I don't think there's a big ass getting your $6 million back there either. See the folks saying he's got fucking fit in this. You're like, fuck. You know, I'm just fed up hearing what's you need to go and do. Sometimes you spend money and it doesn't work. Sometimes you get a bargain. Them's the fucking breaks, eh?
And sometimes John, you need to show a bit of patience. I mean, the Engels hate, I don't get the Engels hate. I don't
get the Ida criticism. I don't get the Engels hate either. I really don't. It's lost on me. Eh?
But I don't think, like, Rodgers is going on about he's this elite coach, and he still hasn't found the right position for Anne Ingles.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he's full of pish. He's becoming a hard watch. Eh?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is
who, Engels or Rodgers, John?
Rodgers.
I agree with you, Paul. By the way, that's exactly it. The boy played as a number 6 there in Germany.
Engels.
In the Bundesliga.
He's trying to
here through him into this new position. He's trying to learn. You can see, but he just, again, John, I just think it's confidence with Engels.
He's crying out to be played as a 6. He's other than Ralston, he's only the dig you've got in the fucking park. He's crying out to be playing as a 6. And Sunday, I don't know why. And I'll tell you something, Calmack's never a 6. It's
no.
Sometimes I think I'm watched a different game.
And I know, I actually don't know how they see it.
Mentioned that earlier, Hoggy. I thought he was an absolute empty jersey, man. I just don't know why Rodgers persists with him.
And yet Rodgers takes off
Engels.
He takes off. He's only one that's other than Ralston that's digging out a wee bit of what he's getting in fucking Sunday, and he fucking subs him, eh?
And he wasn't booked. He wasn't booked, wasn't he?
He was booked. No, he was booked.
See, I sort of seen somebody on Twitter saying he'd maybe booked. That's maybe how, because he was leaving a bit of a mark on some players. And
he's not
a fucking shocking.
But Mark, is that what we've been crying out for? And Rodgers saying he needs a bit of dig in the team, and then when the player does it, then he freaking shafts him. Then, like, you know,
aye,
you know.
Rodgers, he lost the ball. He needs to. That party's over. Eh? That's finished. As I say that, I'm not even convinced he can see his third year his contract out. Eh?
Put what you did, John. Right, just crazy pie in the sky stuff. You know what I mean?
Sack the board and appoint a new manager.
On the one day.
I would tell Michael Nicholson, much you earning, Michael? 480 grand and 200 grand in bonuses. And I'll tell you something, mate. I bet you, Michael, eh? You're fucking sacked, right? And I'll bet my house on you and every penny I've got that see if you can go and find that fucking same salary anywhere else. I'll honour the bet, eh? Because you've got fucking no chance of getting that money again, eh?
No.
And I went, so he'd be the first to go. I would get the rest of the major shareholders on about. I would love to, if I could make the Celtic Trust's process go quicker. If they hold fucking Desmond account, saying, why the fuck do you think you're calling the shots when you've only got 34% of the fucking shares? And why do you think you need to sign the checks after that are too big? He's needing fucking reined in as well, eh? And I get a new manager, Goodson, whatever. Knutson, whatever, anything at all. I think you get a fucking Scottish manager could do better than Rodgers is doing now. I think he's a spent force. I think he's a burst ball. I don't think he'll ever work at a higher level than Celtic again. I think he's full of pish. I think he's a fud.
Aye.
But all of that.
No, he will, John. I'm not saying he'll work at a higher level at Celtic. He'll get a job. He'll get a job in England. He'll get a job in Spain. Aye, but
listen, Brendan
it'll be the same old shite. It'll be the same old shite for him.
He'll always be able to go and bullshit somebody into a bigger job before you figure out he's a fanny as well, eh? But he's but he's still not the biggest problem.
No, so whoever's going to come in is going to be what, as you said there, John, like, is going to be working under the same board. Like, so nothing's going to change, like, you know what I mean?
Nothing's changed. All you're doing.
With the football in the park change, that's what the fans we want. Do you get what I mean? We want the football to be better.
But it's a temporary fix, Mark. I keep saying to you meet me next week and I say there, my nose is running there, a hanky, Mark. Cheers, Mark. John, that was brilliant. And I said, do you eventually figure out that all I'm doing is wiping your nose. I'm not telling you why you keep getting the fucking cold. They need to go. The Celtic board, to a man, need to fucking go. And the major shareholder needs his fucking chain yanked. Now, how we do that, that's a difficult, even I love the Celtic Trust. You've got to start somewhere, eh? You see, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. So you need to start. I'm for joining the trust. And I think the questions the trust asked to the board today are fundamentally you could cut away from everything and ask that what's the purpose of Celtic Football Club? What's your vision? What's your strategy for achieving that?
Are they going to get asking the questions at the EGM, John?
No, I think you've got a right under PLC. Rules to ask that question. Right. I don't. Any of my experiences just with limited companies. I don't have any experience with a public limited company. But somebody. See if you can answer that question. As I said, they're not just failed you in terms of bringing in players to be the best football club you can be. They're fair to fucking sure. Let's say I've invested. If you're just an investor, you don't give a fuck. Let's say you're a rank hun. You've just invested fucking money in them, eh? You're thinking, you as a CEO, you've missed the biggest commercial opportunity available to me. You failed as a fucking CEO. So that question needs to be answered. Anybody that looks at Michael Nicholson and thinks he's a Celtic CEO, fuck me, man. Maybe I'm just, I just. But the trusts, it was almost easier to get rid of the Kellys because that was family owned. It's more difficult now because these guys ain't going anywhere quick, eh?
Aye.
Because
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, John, we back that and for Jeanette on before Jeanette Finlay. I'll try and get her on again. I know she's recently lost her mum, John. I don't know if you know that, so.
Right.
But during even the breaks coming up, and that'll maybe see if Jeanette can come back on and fill us in with stuff like that. But I think a lot of the people that are reading this stuff for the trust and that think it's all right. This is going to happen in 6 months' time. Do you know what I mean? I think we need to kind of reel our own expectations in. If there is going to be a change, John, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen easy.
Between now and January. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing. There's going to have to be other, as we said there, John, there's other Celtic shareholders in there with shares
tell you,
that
there's
have got to have some amount of sway, like that trainer
I
guy,
know.
that Linsel training people like that.
There's two things. There's one. There's collectively there's more shareholders than Dermot Desmond's got. Secondly, as I said, they have failed legally. The CEO is failing to deliver a maximum return and exploit economic opportunities.
I used to say that on the forum, John, talking about that corporate governance and all that kind of thing.
In terms of corporate governance, absolutely. But there's Sugarman saying that he says, who sanctioned Ida's medical without a replacement needs? So who is that? Who the fuck is that? Rodgers said it's not Adam Ida's fault. So Ida's no asked for a move. He's no asked for a move. Rodgers is obviously no initiate. So who the fuck said go? So was it the CEO? Was it Dermot Desmond? Whoever it is, they should be fucking held to account and they should be away. But who is it? The thing that baffles me is who was it? It's no Rodgers. It's no Ida. So who is it?
We'll never find out, because it'll never come out.
One of the saddest days of my life as a kid was seeing Kennedy Dalglish sacked. He sold and signed with Liverpool. I saw Charlie Nicholas.
That was a sore one for me.
I saw Packy Bonner lose his place to Gordon Marshall, man. It broke my heart.
But watching the sale of Adam Ida, apparently not at his request and not at the initiation of the manager, the night after you've been popped out the Champions League, before you play what should be your nearest rivals at their grounds, fucking lost on me. Absolutely lost on me. I actually lay last night. I'm thinking I'm the near an answer. They're starting to fucking baffle me, and there's not much they can do that surprises me. But that's absolutely fucking baffling.
Do we have a sell-on clause?
Andy, something to do with the Celtic Trust?
Could Andy not come on and maybe talk? Could Andy not maybe come on and talk to us a wee bit about that, saying maybe at some point or something, maybe?
That's how I was saying that there. Do you know what I mean? Just when he comes in with kind of beef, I'm not saying you, no hassle, Andy, if you don't want to come on or that, but any night you want to come on, let us know, bud.
Even see, the biggest problem Mark tried to get Desmond out is his intention is to pass it on to his son.
I don't give a son.
Do it like and see what the son does.
Aye. And then do you know what I mean? Fucking just do that then, and then we can see how he's got. Do you know what I mean? Not to talk about he's got big plans and wants to take. Right, well, I mean,
maybe that's what the club needs. You look at
GMs. He doesn't turn up. His son turns up. Supposedly board meetings. His son turns up at Ross and that. So just Dermot, fuck off then and let Ross win it. And if all the gossip about what he wants to be the club to be is true, we'll soon find out in the next couple of years. And if it doesn't, it's no affecting your money. Do you know what I mean?
Look how long they've been there. Have you ever seen in a club the board members been there at a club as long as they've been at Celtic? Like that fella Chris McCarthy's been there a long, long time as well.
Listen, let's rewind 5 years here, right? Michael Nicholson said he wanted Celtic. Dermot Desmond said he would build a better Celtic. This is during COVID. It's a word I don't use. That's a worse C word. He would build a better Celtic than Martin O'Neill had in 5 years. Well, you're there, Dermot. How the fuck did that go? And Michael Nicholson said he wanted to be world class in every department. The Green Brigades, world class in the basics. That's what they've got up in the boardroom, in the boardroom and the dressing room. the Celtic board were bang on. The Green Brigade were bang on. Basic fucking board, with world class.
Mm-hmm.
So, in terms of having a better team in 5 years than Martin O'Neill had, how did that go, Dermot? How did that go? And Michael, you think you're world class in every department? There are fucking teams in Scotland ahead of you that could run your club fucking better, It's how did that go?
Phil. I mean, talk about the kind of KPIs you call them, John. Fucking box ticking things that people need to do in their jobs and stuff like that. And many of the board are ticking them, apart from making money. They make money, but they're making money off the fans. They're making money off of sponsorship deals. They're not making money through like the football side of it. Do you know what I mean?
Same with us. Let them give you shares to Ross Desmond. No, fucking why? Who the fuck's Ross Desmond? I don't know. I don't know anything about the boy. Don't know where he's from. I don't know what he's about. He's I don't want my club.
You mean the cores, John? You mean the cores?
Mm-hmm.
He's married to one of them.
Is he?
I'm sure he is. I'm sure Dermot's boy's married to one of the core lasses.
Fuck's sake, are we going to have a reunion soon? The core sort Celtic Park when he comes fucking...
The cores and Chris Commons, his wife, singing Walk On at the beginning of a Europa League game. I'm sure he's married to one of them.
He's 75,
yeah, it's a bit old now. It's 75, isn't it?
But even at that, and this is what I don't. I go back to this, John. Why these old guys just take so much to do with it? Do you get what I mean? See, Dermot at 75-year-old, he doesn't need the money, right? I mean, even you know about the money he's took out of Celtic over the years. I mean, what is it this year? He's taking 185 grand. I mean, let's be honest, John. That's fucking peanuts. But that's arguing for me. That's arguing our pettiness. Do you get what I mean? That Dermot's taking 185 grand out of Celtic this year in dividends. But why not just keep going on about get people in to run it, and you don't need to bother about what's happening day to day. If you're all interested in the long term goodness of the club, why does Dermot Desmond care whether we spend 20 million this summer and 10 million in January when we've got money in the bank, we're buying and selling, we're making money off of players. But what is the problem?
You're bang on, Bobby. I don't know many places I've worked where somebody tells you their laddie's going to be taking you like, aye, why? So why the fuck's what's Ross Desmond done to fucking take over, What's Ross Desmond? I don't know fuck all about Ross Desmond. What's he done, or what's he done in his life? Who is he to be able to sit and think he's got the same fucking control that his dad's currently got, which is disproportionate to the fucking shares he holds? So
that's just kind of part and parcel. That's like saying, I don't know. Because he's down, just because he's down, obviously he's entitled to.
So I work for you. You bring your boy in. You tell me I'm working for your boy now, and he's a prick. Why didn't he work for him?
No, I get what you mean by that. But it's still kind of natural progression. If somebody owns something that goes to your
Hoggy boy,
your wains.
Hoggy boy. He doesn't deal. Desmond doesn't deal with the day-to-day run the club. Why the fuck was Brendan Rodgers having to discuss Midas extension with fucking Dermot Desmond then?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, John. What was that?
Don't know. I'm getting further up there. Somebody's saying.
You're talking about Dermot. See that? That's the kind of thing. Is that not what your CEO's for? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Somebody's saying there that Dermot Desmond doesn't deal with the day-to-day run in the club. He fucking does.
I think he does. And see the thing about it, we went back, right, and we came back and we blamed Peter Law for a lot of shit. Was it maybe Dermot Desmond that was even above him creating that shit? I know.
Could be.
Because they're just no possible. And the stuff came out over the last few weeks about it's been Dermot Desmond, it's been blocking stuff and stuff. You know what I mean? So, and even racking their brain, I don't. The only reason I can see that Celtic are stockpiling money is there's going to be an investment in like the state, a massive investment like in the stadium redevelopment, which I've said is not going to happen. Or is Dermot Desmond looking for a way out?
No idea. Hoggy boy, 852. He doesn't, man. Desmond doesn't deal with day-to-day running of the club. Aye, he fucking does. Martin O'Neill had to go to him. Fucking Lennon had to go to him. And Rodgers, he said just the other day that he was discussing. This is a throwaway line. Nobody even picked up on it. I was discussing the Midas extension with Dermot Desmond. What? What the fuck for?
Aye. And see, like that, John, that's like I said about Lennon Miller. Right? I'm not saying Lennon Miller was going to come to Celtic, but right, Celtic were interested in him. He was never coming, he was always going abroad. That's obviously what was going to happen, but that shouldn't have been a Brendan Rodgers decision. For a manager that had only at the time 9 months left in a contract, that shouldn't be done to Brendan Rodgers, whether we saying Lennon Miller.
We're way back to this sheet, but people talking about Rodgers spending 11 million, Rodgers spending 9 million, Rodgers spending 6. Rodgers never spent fuck all. All Rodgers did was agree to players and the board spent the money. Eh? I can see every one of the players gave you a return. Engels, Ida, Trusty, who was actually better in the Champions League. Every one of them gave you a return. Adam Ida paid his money back to you before he even was at the fucking club, eh?
Aye.
And
he's away, we didn't, when people say, oh, we lost money on him. No, we didn't.
All the best to him, and apparently, as I said, the bit that kills me is when Rodgers can tell you it wasn't Adam Ida's doing, it's not his fault.
Paul was willing big eye down, wouldn't you? Paul was a fellow Kirkonian, is that the right word?
So I just.
But would you blame him? Like, you know what I mean? Like the criticisms he's been getting up there, Mark, the last couple of weeks. There's obviously something going on in his personal life or something like that. Like, you know, because he doesn't look the same player. And you know, I mean, if a bid comes in, the club's like, if your club accepts it, then Mark, what are you supposed to do? So obviously you're thinking then the club don't want you. Do you know what I mean? You know.
I mean, I like Big Ida and I backed him at the Hull, but it was just it wasn't working out for one reason or somebody put there was like a fallout and stuff like that.
Mark,
something must have went wrong there, I think.
He's not the player who suits the way Rodgers wants to play. He is not the player that's going to come up to the halfway line and hold the ball for you. Either wants crosses into the box. Either wants to be on the 6-yard line, getting that second. Like, look at his goals last season. He was there to get the second ball. Do you get me?
We took Ida off. Was it put Yang on, and that's when we started putting crosses into the box.
Yeah, exactly.
You've seen that. That was the one thing that they couldn't cope with all right through the European games. Any time they played somebody in Scotland, they can't cope with crosses in the box. So we don't do it. We try to pass through them. It's fucking madness.
Like, I was looking down the game there at one stage, right? On the left-hand side, you had Anne Ingles, you had Hatase, and you had Barisha. All over the left-hand side. Ranson was over the other side on his own, free. And Celtic still couldn't make that pass.
I never seen that.
You know, like, this is what Karen Mark is supposed to be doing.
You can see that on the telly, see that kind of passing through. And I said to you, Paul, when we were talking about the game before it, if we can get, we're kind of speed merchants running at our defence and find the passes, we'll run riot. But we weren't doing it. And even sitting watching the game, even though they tweaked it and they were sitting a bit further back than the last couple of games, you could still see the same spaces in the defence.
I tell you what, Mark,
Celtic just weren't picking them out.
If I was Paul Bernardo, I'd be asking for a move as well, because I don't know how he's not getting ahead of Callum at the
Aye.
moment. Do you know?
Or even
Yeah.
Hattati, Paul. Hattati's, I mean, McGregor's a captain and stuff like that, and so he's always going to be starting until the manager goes up in the buzz.
I'm kind of getting sick of Hattati now, to be honest, Mark. Do you know that?
Hattati just, he's just simply no good enough. I don't know why he
He's
was.
like young.
You can understand
like,
why he persists with McGregor because of who he is. But
See,
we're
talking about
Hattati is trying these passes there, like, and they just, he's like, he's not even looking where he's passing the ball now at this stage. Like, you know.
See, we're talking about player trade models. A lot of these players. He talks about it be near the end of their cycle. He's a lot of these players should have been moved. As much as it breaks my heart, you're a selling club. You're a selling club to the public, isn't
But didn't Rodgers say that? Didn't Rodgers say that? Like, a lot of the players have been here, and sometimes
he's bang on. I love Maida, but he should be away now. Hattati,
I think and Carter Vickers as well is getting
TV. You've got to sell these guys. But what's the bit they're getting wrong? Is it somebody better needs to be in
one
the build?
One of our best passers in the back line actually is Dane Murray.
But somebody better, Paul, needs to be in the building before you let him go, and that's what Bruce is showing you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Celtic can do.
But it's not just Bruce, John. There's clubs all here. Aye. And people going about levels this, levels that, but I mean, I put this on the phone when it first started, and you still get digs about it. Celtic, you always come out like making money at the transfer window, and I'm like, I want them to do that. That's the ideal. That is the ideal club.
Sean, the player trade model is bonkers. It involves selling our best players and replacing with draws. No, it doesn't. Fucking Bruges just showed you. They've sold £70 million of players, bought 30 million, and they still pumped 106.
See, that's the difference, John.
With three players that come through their youth system playing defence, that were all about 20 or 21 year old.
So no, that is your player trade. Our biggest selling point has got to be the fact is that you're a short window to the pub league, because you're on. Unfortunately, you're on the doorstep.
Champions League, come up, win some trophies.
Fuck, absolutely right.
We'll raise your profile, stepping stone down to the pub league, or play well in the Champions League, and you'll be out of Europe. I don't fucking mind that, John. That's our level.
Unfortunately, they're on your board.
It's 9 o'clock now, right? Right, and as of now, Johnny Kenny is our only recognised striker in Yamada.
He was even on the bench on Sunday. So that's your USP, You're unique. So Scotland's got a lot of things going against it. One, we're linked to England. If I could dig a trench between the Solway and the Tweed and sort that, I would, but I can't. So you're joined onto them. Your USP should be, we've got loads of things going against us. There's no money here. There's no Sky money here. The weather's shite. Places full of bigots and fucking racists. But the plus point is, you come here, geese a couple of good year. We don't mind that. Just geese all you've got while you're here, and we're a short window to the public. The soulless public. If that's what you want to play, and all you're interested in is how much you earn, you can come here and play with a real club first, with passionate fans, and then you can move on to a soulless public. I'm comfortable with that.
Mm-hmm.
Football's life. My Wi-Fi shite. If I went away into Celtic Park now, we need to cut off the podcast.
Is that?
Football's life says we're 2 hours ago. Why is everybody not at the stadium complaining against us? We need to stop the podcast.
I think there will be protests, Mark, after this transfer window, I say. What difference will it make? I don't think.
Well, that's
Nothing,
the thing, Paul. As I said earlier on, right, for going about the Man United with their green and gold scarf stuff, and even get back to the Huns with Mike Ashley. What good did it do them? Do you know what I mean? And even this mob, the new that's running the Huns, they're the same. They don't care. I read a thing the other day, and I thought, did I send you it, John? There was somebody comparing us to Newcastle, saying how, and it was like, he was saying like, oh, Mike Ashley didn't want Newcastle to qualify for Europe because it cost more money. He didn't want, right, all Mike Ashley's aim for Newcastle was avoid relegation, because that was how he made the most money out of them. He didn't want Europe, that cost money, unless it was the Champions League. That Europa League, that was shit. Even the UEFA, the FA Cup, League Cup, didn't want to win them. All he cared on was finishing in that Premier League. And that's just, is that where we are as a club, just staying in front of the Huns?
Seems so much, yeah.
Champion among the bums, eh? There'll be your forum will be full of more. The fucking people defending the board. They'll be telling you why the big Danish boy didn't want to. He didn't want to come. He wanted to get back. Fuck off, eh? I said, I don't run a construction site. If I need one JCB, I take two. If I was doing somebody's driveways, I would take two fucking cement mixers, eh? If they had all their eggs in one, and it's the only signing. It's the only signing that I can see that's anywhere remotely near the level you're reading at in the class that you're reading at. And it's if they had all their eggs in one basket with Casper, the responsibility is 100% on fucking them. You imagine winning a roads contract and you go and say, so you're doing it for the council, and they say, well, how come you're right behind programme when you've got 200 grand liquidated damages per week? Because my JCB's broke down. Any chance you maybe could raise your eyes on fucking two?
Aye. I mean, people say you see them on, no, but you see them on Twitter and that. You've got to remember Celtic's running as a business and that. Aye, it's running as a business, but you've got to remember that it's a football club. That's the be all and end all of it. So don't you what's on that park at the end of the day.
But Mark, the business only makes what the football clubs achieves. That business model, that business in terms of profitability is dependent on what that team on the park can achieve as a football club. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about the board.
John, are they making? I mean, it's like what they're making off all these strips, the merchandise. I mean, Celtic merchandise sales must be one of the top in the world. Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean?
It's getting ridiculous now, though. Right, Mark, with the jerseys, like 4 jerseys a season, like that.
At least 4. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you've even got tops that they don't wear. You get a St. Patrick's Day top every year. You get the wee rainbow tops that Jerry and John wear and that. And it's just and that every year, and it's a brand. So you've got to sell stuff to make money. But the be all and end all, everything to do with Celtic is what is on that park. When we're sitting playing football, that's all that the fans care about. Is what we're sitting watching on that park. And what we've been watching under the last 6 months for Rodgers, and I'll throw the board in that as well. We've been let down massively with guys that have talked the talk, and not one of them, even down to Rodgers, not one of the bastards, John, have walked the walk for years. I'll put it.
I say to you, I think not just the success as a business, the defence is your success. You're a football club first and fundamentally, but even in terms of the CEO's legal responsibilities, the shareholder is to maximise his return. He's fucking failed miserably to do that. I mean, failing a club to qualify for the Champions League with £40 million at stake as a prize money, to a club in Turkmenistan, to then to turn up in Govan on Sunday for the manager to say, why is your second choice striker that you had available that's not your first choice striker because the bastards already sold him? Why is he not about you? I don't know. Nobody asked me.
For Rodgers to say for Rodgers to say that, like, I don't know, like that just shows the breakdown in communication between Rodgers and the board. It just proves it.
It's finished, Paul. It's finished. That's that ship's. You'd be well ending it. CMD's had a business relationship.
It's like it's from day one. Nicholson, Lauren, and the board didn't want him in, but Desmond man, and it's like the board now have gone against Rodgers to make him fail or something like that.
I actually think he's got caught somewhere, maybe between the board not wanting him there because he was calling them out, and Desmond.
And they don't like that. Like they don't like that. Yeah.
No, absolutely don't like that.
But then that's for me. That's up to Desmond to say. Here, I'm the power behind the fucking throne here. Right? I picked him, so you back him, or you're answering to me. We passed the buck. Do you get what I mean? Or is it the board? Is it Desmond? Is it this? Is it Nicholson? Do you know what I mean?
But
if Desmond's the be all and end all, it's him that's then got to say to the board, well, here, fucking you do what Brendan Rodgers wants you to do.
But he's not doing that. He's obviously not doing that. If he's doing that, he's doing it with some kind of financial cap on it, eh? And I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this gate to Ross. What the fuck, Ross? What the fuck's Ross Desmond done to? And his millions, the millions of that boy alone, is because his dad did it, eh? So,
well, you're passing on your season ticket.
Oh, I think there's a big difference.
What's the difference?
There's a big difference.
No, I know what you mean. Because, no, I know what you mean, Don. I'm winding you up, you know that. But right, but
nah, I've worked in companies where somebody says that I'm staying back. This is my boy. He's now in charge. You think, aye, good day. I'm away. So,
but I've seen it. I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of that with stores.
There's a big difference between me and my grandson. My laddie's already got one, so give my grandson a season ticket. The major shareholder passing on what he thinks is his rights on his laddie that we know fuck all about. I know fuck all about his laddie, eh?
Does he talk at the AGMs, Mark? Does he? The son.
Aye, Dermot doesn't go. It's the son that goes to the AGMs.
But does Ross talk at the AGMs?
No, I've known it. No.
Jesus Christ, like.
But again, it should be fucking Nicholson talking at the AGM.
He don't even talk at the AGMs either. Do you know what I mean?
No, but
I don't even know. I don't even know what his voice sounds like, Mark, because I never heard of it. I've never heard him speak. I've never even heard I haven't even heard Tisdale speak to say what direction he wants to take the transfer window. I haven't heard from him either.
Green smoke. See, green smoke. Football licensing, my happy clappers get to fuck right. Get on the forum. Get on the podcast. Get on the forum. The boys and you'll see the amount of so-called Celtic supporters that are fucking blowing smoke up the board's arse and fucking call them out. Because I'm fed up being the only one that does it and getting fucking pilloried because of it. Get in there and get in about them. To fucking bang up the board. Oh, fuck. If the boy didn't want to come, he wanted to go to Ajax and stole the shirt. Fuck off. You should have had fucking 2 cement mixers. So, you're accusing me, he didn't fuck all. Get on there and make your case.
That deal should have never. That deal should have been the situation to fall through at all. That should have been done. Not the last day of the transfer window. When anything could happen, like you know what I mean, like you said there before, it's a domino effect, Mark, isn't it? Like one player leaves, that team will go in for another player. Like that's the deadline transfer window there. Celtic should have never been in this position today. Never should have been in this position.
There still should have been deals in place, Paul. Kind of just waiting on, do you know what I mean? We shouldn't have been waiting. I mean, there's no way that Dolberg was your number one target all one day. See, when we went to the Champions League, that's when he became your number one target. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And that's whether it's the board have fucked up again, dragged their heels right, but and then Ajax have nipped in and stuff like that. But teams are waiting on so and so leaving so they can sign so and so site and that all that goes on. But for that the day with Celtic with the Dolberg King and that, that's it's just so amateurish, it's unbelievable.
And I heard there today that it was actually Boca Juniors that contacted Celtic. Did we want to sign the left back? That Celtic didn't even know who he was. It was actually Boca Juniors that contacted us. Did we want this player?
There's a website that clubs put players on, John, Paul.
Jesus Christ.
Are available for loan and all. See, like I used to help you about that transfer market thing. There's a website that clubs have got access to that they put. That's how we've Inamura was a opponent available for loan and stuff like that. People are starting to leak it out, but it's only other clubs that have got it, and these players kind of pop up and weird. That's how all these weird transfers happen. That's really where it comes from, just on the internet.
But guys, I'm going to bolt, but it's
oh yeah, head off as well.
Back in 9 anyway, man. That's a good wee pod, lads. Thanks very much.
I'm up at after o'clock in the morning, but somebody's on there. He said he was fucking raging. He says, "I thought you're not the only one." I feel sick to the pit of my stomach myself. That's what
I do actually. Do you know what? I'm more pissed off than I haven't been pissed off now in a long time with Celtic than I have in the last couple of weeks. You know, really.
I've been like that this week, Paul. I've felt like that a bit.
I said to you there, Mark, I was going to go out and buy one of the new jerseys this week. Do you know what? I just said, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Like, you'll put money into the club and you're not fucking getting no. And see, that's the problem. Celtic know that the Celtic fans will buy these jerseys. Because we're loyal supporters. And no matter what they big out, the Celtic fans will always be loyal to the club. And the Celtic board know that. They know that.
Saying that to guy earlier on, Paul. If I go to Asda and they treat me like shite, I can go to Morrison's, But the Celtic board know I can't go anywhere else.
I think I'll go up and have a paranoid wank or something like that. That's what I say.
Yeah. Good to hear. How you doing anyway? You doing all right, aye?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good. Yeah. Things good. It's just been busy. We've a new addition to the family now as well. So everything's good. Yeah, Mark, with the baby.
I'm waiting in 2 weeks. I'm waiting in 2 weeks. Grandkids coming, So my daughter's pregnant and my son's wife's pregnant. So
very nice.
If anybody says your prayers, just keep them on your prayers, I'd appreciate that.
Yeah, we were the same there now the last couple of weeks there. The baby was he was born a month early and he was rushed into ICU, but he came out there the last hour.
All right,
So that's good now. He's actually in a ward now, so it's actually good,
You got a name?
Blake.
BL, how do you spell that?
Blake.
BLAKE, is it? Blake Kiley, is it?
Right.
Blake, yeah. So Charles name, like, you know what I mean? So
I was a wee toty thing, Johnny sent me and Jack a picture of the wee man. His nephew's boy, into Paul, your niece's boy, nephew's boy. I was a wee toty, wee smite to man.
I've got a wee. I don't know what my daughter's. She's having a wee boy apparently, so I don't know what that's going to be called.
Mark. We'll call him Mark.
Aye.
I'm just throwing this out there, and I was thinking it the other day. I think our next manager will actually be Robbie Keane.
Oh, fuck off.
I guarantee you, boy. I fucking guarantee you, man.
Paul's been on this.
There's already people over here talking about that, boy. There's already
Roy
people
Keane.
over here talking
Mere
about
chance
that.
he'd been Roy Keane. Another one of Dermot's buddies. And here, do you know I love Roy Keane, but there's no way I want the
So
Celtic
isn't that
manager.
the reason, Mark, why he didn't come? Because he didn't like the way their transfer budget was and stuff like that. I want that reason he didn't come that time, like this, and it still hasn't changed. Roy Keane that time, right?
Don't hear. I wouldn't mind Roy Keane coming in as an assistant to Rodgers. So I spoke about this as well. It was like, Alex Ferguson at Man United, every 3 or 4 years, he changed his coaches and his assistants. Do you know what I mean?
So did Martin O'Neill said he was actually one of the best assistants he ever had. Roy Keane.
Aye. So it's like Ferguson done it. Mind you, brought that Carlos Queiroz in, he even did Watty Smith and stuff like that. But if they freshen up the ideas and stuff like that and get new things in. But so we've got the same coaches for the last 4 or 5 managers. We changed the manager, but who's in Rodgers? You're saying here, Brendan Moon. What about such and such? And I'll say this. I think Sean Maloney, right? I know they're laughing and joking, he'll take care for Rodgers. But see, with Sean Maloney's experience, we work with Martinez and all that, he should go on our bench trying to help Rodgers change things on that park.
Yeah, exactly.
A wee bit of fresh ideas, a wee bit of fresh blood.
Right, guys, I need to bolt. I'm up at after o'clock in the morning.
Lads, I talk to you then.
Thank you.
No bother, John. Thanks very much for coming on as always. Really appreciate it, John. Same with you, Paul. Brilliant to have you back, mate.
Thank everybody. Thank everybody who joined the chat. Good to hear from you again, Paul. I know the boys that joined in. I'm glad to hear I'm not the only person that's
crab it as fuck.
Is fucking depressed.
Crab it. A wee crab it, man.
The failure.
We're like that TV show Mean Girls. We wanted to come on because we have a lot of things to say.
just my anger. Express my failure at the anger at the board's failure to recognise what we could be and to take all the steps that they could take to be the best version that we could be. I detest them with a passion. And this is like some kind of, it was like a wee therapy session tonight, just to come on and talk to folk that it's just so sad, It's just so sad, but thanks very much to everyone.
It is, John. It's just
sad, Good night and God bless, lads.
Right, good night, John. Hail. Right, Paul, thanks very much for coming on. Brilliant to have you on again, bud. Right, everybody in the chat, that's us. Hope you enjoyed it. We had a moan, we had a laugh and a joke, but where do we go for here as a club? You know what I mean? Just depressing. It's so depressing, man. I'm going to go and buy a cat, something to kick. Right, hail, lads. Good night. God bless, and always looking at the bright side of life, I suppose.